What's with the faces, Terry? You don't like my ambient noises?
I'm so used
I got a woman.
I've been with you for
I got a man. I'm sorry. Let me finish the sentence quick.
Wow.
I got a man on the line right now, Terry.
Yes.
That claims
Oh, jeez.
that he went to high school with this Vanessa Curry, who is the 18-year-old cheerleader in question now. I was ready to move on from the KUBE topic. I figured
So
we had run the gamut on talking about it, but now I got a dude hanging on the line who says he went to high school with the 18-year-old cheerleader who all the hubbub is surrounding right now, Terry. I'm sure KUBE surrounded her with his hubbub from time to time over the past couple of months. And he wants to give us some insight on what it was like to go to high school with her. That's, of course, if you believe that he's telling us the truth. I don't know. Is there any way to research this Vanessa Curry at this point, or what? Maybe if Wikipedia quickly put a page up on her, we can... Or maybe this guy did the same thing. He read the page and is pretending like he knows. I don't know. Anyway, Mike, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
And you went to high school with the girl that KUBE is, according to the Dirty.com, cheating on his wife with. The 18-year-old, hard-bodied, hot-ass, unless you're Terry Free and you don't think so, cheerleader for the Lakers.
That's correct.
Not any girl could walk up the street and be a Lakers girl, Terry. You're not saying, oh, you're kind of cute, we'll take you. No. You represent the Laker cheerleader squads past, present, and future if you're going to be accepted as a Laker girl. You represent the city of Los Angeles. You represent the NBA. You represent the Lakers. So I don't think it's a situation, well, she's kind of cute. No.
I'm sorry. I keep looking her up and finding different pictures. And
hot-ass,
she's just kind of cute.
Whatever. Freaking hate her. Anyway. Stop doing imitations of her, Terry. Oh, let me tell you again, Terry Camp people, you are really loving life seeing Terry do her silly imitations of an 18-year-old cheerleader. Oh, yeah. Keep working it. Anyway, Mike, you went to high school with her. Is that what you want us to believe?
That's right. That's right.
Are you sure about this? Sometimes you think you went to high school with someone and turns out you didn't. Well,
I'm positive.
Well, I mean, it must have been like just last year then, or even this year. When did you go to high school with her?
Well, I actually graduated 2 years before her.
Uh-huh.
So she was 2 years younger than me, and she came in, I was in 11th grade, she was in 9th grade.
I can do the math, yeah, all right.
Right.
You came into the school when you were in 11th grade?
Well, actually, I was already in that school, and then she came in because over here in high school is only 9th through 12th.
Right.
Oh, so... And now I am getting some word. Are you telling me that she went to school in the Bay Area?
That's right.
And she drifted south and became a Laker cheerleader over the past year, about.
Yes, she was always like a dancer and a model in high school, too. So she kind of just went that way, I guess.
Wow.
There you go.
So what city? Like, you're telling me you went to high school where?
Right, and for the first 2 years, that's when I graduated, we went to Newark Memorial High School, and then she was so hated by most of the girls there that she actually transferred to Moreau Catholic.
In Hayward, yeah.
Right.
Well, if that's the case, then I bet you I'll have a lot of people. If we look on these phone lines, we'll have a lot of people that went to high school with her. I didn't know she went to high school in Hayward, Terry.
Wow.
If we can confirm this, that this girl who's in the eye of the storm of all this media hype surrounding Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant was in the eye of the storm, too, it sounds like, recently with Vanessa.
Yeah, it does.
With Vanessa, what's her last name? Vanessa Curry.
Curry.
And you remember her, or you remember of her? I mean, you're saying everyone hated her, but, I mean, Mike.
Well, not everybody. Only a couple people.
The guys must have liked her. Maybe the girls had their issues with her, kind of like Terry's having her issue with her this morning.
Right.
In that
She was one of the people that were liked by the guys and hated by most of the girls.
Yes, I can imagine that. And
I bet.
In the 90% jealousy factor that Terry has in making her comments this morning on how just cute as far as her status. That's all she reaches. That's as high as she gets.
She's just cute.
She's just cute. Yeah. Nothing more. Nope.
Right.
She's not even close to Vanessa Bryant. Vanessa Curry can't hold a candle to Vanessa Bryant's looks.
I don't think
Terry's
she could.
sticking by that because she's nothing more than just cute. And yet, every girl at her high school hated her to the point where she had to transfer schools.
Right. Oh, there was a couple of reasons, though.
You must be pretty hot.
No, I don't think it's because she's too hot.
She was so hot, she had to transfer schools, Terry. What was the other reasons, Mike? Go ahead.
She did actually go behind girls' backs and steal their boyfriends and then had sex with them And then that's why she was mostly hated.
Oh, this is even better than I thought.
It's all making sense now, huh?
It's all making sense.
This is even better than I thought. So you're going to tell me that the reputation of Vanessa Curry in the high school that you went to was that she was pretty freaking scandalous? Is that what you're telling me?
Exactly, which is why she transferred.
Wow. Way to go,
Kobe. At a Catholic school, right?
Kobe was definitely the MVP this year.
Oh, was he?
I didn't even realize to the extent of the most valuable player status that we're dealing with here, Terry. So she was cheating, and she had the ability to steal any girl's boyfriend that she had the desire to. Is that what you're telling me, or what?
Pretty much, yes.
Have you seen her?
Now, would you say that she was pretty much recognized as the hottest girl in the school, in the high school? Like you said you went to 2 different high schools with her, or you just went to one? And I'm not sure I followed you the whole way there.
I went 2 years. She had transferred to Moreau after I had graduated, but while we were at Newark Memorial,
you like following her from high school to high school? I would. So you weren't stalking her from high school to high school. You just were.
No.
You were just with her in Hayward.
I was with her in Newark, actually.
So not at Moreau Catholic?
No.
No.
She had to go there because she was so hated it.
Oh, so you all of a sudden one day came to school and she wasn't there anymore.
Right.
That must have been a pretty sad day for you, don't you think? Were you bothered when you found out the news that she had transferred because all the girls had put enough pressure on her that she had no choice, or what? Were you angry?
Really. It didn't really affect me. I didn't know her like on a personal level. We just we saw each other. We had a couple classes. It was nothing like anything.
And she's not the kind. You're not talking. I'm not hearing from the sound of your voice like she was the kind of girl that you were like lusting after. Like you were totally.
She's just cute.
There was definitely better looking girls.
You're almost lending credence to Terry's theory that this girl is just cute. That was she recognized as the hottest girl in your school when she was there, or no?
No, but not
by far, right?
By no means?
There you go. See, that's why she had to go be a little slutty, is because that's the way she had to get attention.
Terry, no matter how you want to slice it.
Because she would take she would give it up to the hot girl's boyfriend.
Terry, no matter how you slice it.
In order to get some attention.
No matter how you slice it, and I wish I could slice it right now.
Are you going to accuse me? Is that what you're going to accuse me of?
No, I'm not going to accuse you of the hater horns. The hater horns are already out, and everyone knows it. No matter how let me finish my thought, please. Don't you want to know how you slice it? No matter how you slice it, Terry. I know you like to slice it.
Oh, she knows.
No matter how you slice it and what you want to say about her, she wasn't the hottest girl in the high school. She wasn't, she's not anything higher than just cute. She's a Laker girl, okay? You gotta be something. To make the Lakers cheerleader squad.
Hold on.
All right? So you guys can knock her for not even being close to the hottest girl in the high school. You can say she's nothing above cute. She's a Laker girl. Someone out there thought she was hot enough to make her a Laker girl. It's not like there are hundreds and hundreds of Laker girls. There's like 16 to 20 Laker girls. And everyone in L.A. tries out. So that has to stand for something here. We're not talking about an average-looking girl. The way you're talking about her, you think she's an average-looking girl. I hate to have to get angry with you, both.
You're yelling at me.
Well, in this one picture, she has a thing on that says number 146, like she's number 146 in the tryouts.
Right.
So there's probably a lot more than her, too.
Sure.
There's a lot of girls that tried out.
Oh, you go to any sports team. You go to, like, New Orleans. You go to any city in the country that has a sports franchise that has cheerleaders.
Right.
The tryouts are going to be overrun with women trying to make the squad.
Right.
Now, the Lakers, you can times that by at least 5 as far as turnout for tryouts.
Yeah, I agree.
Sure.
Especially LA, everyone's there to be famous.
There are 2 most notable. The only thing more notable than being a Lakers girl is being a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader, I would say.
I was going to say.
The only thing that eclipses, perhaps.
I think it's even.
And by the way, I found 2 on the Laker girl thing.
Oh, geez.
I found 2 other girls that are way hotter than they were. I'm sorry.
I didn't say she was the hottest girl on the Laker squad, Terry. I'm just saying she's a Laker girl.
And you only found 2.
I never said.
I've started so far scrolling.
Mike in Pleasanton wants us to understand that she was not nearly recognized as anything close to the hottest girl in his school. And when she left the school, he really didn't even make a note of it, barely.
Right.
When he heard about her leaving because of her reputation, it's not like he missed her.
Right.
I remember in 4th grade, there was a girl I was totally into, and she moved, and I was, like, crushed.
4th grade?
I've been thinking about her ever since. I used to have sexual fantasies about her. Yeah, that's why. 4th grade? Yes. I mean, they weren't, like, hardcore, like, porn sex fantasies, but it was, like, me and her, like, laying up on each other and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's not kind of early.
In 4th grade?
Yeah. I remember that.
Pretty developed.
I remember... I didn't go through puberty until actually later than that, but I was still having fantasies.
Wow.
I remember her name was Kelly Kehoe.
And here she is.
Kelly.
Yes.
She's so fat. Anyway,
Imagine your face if she came in.
Mike, I appreciate you coming on and sharing that. That is enlightening news. Mike is
No problem.
sounds like, hey, we got to take him at face value here. He has no axe to grind, and he's wanting us to know the scoop that she was not seen as anything really that special as far as her looks are concerned in high school. Anything else you could tell us as far as inside info on the way it was just a couple of years ago when you were in school with her, or what?
No, that's about all I got, man. Just that she was scandalous like that, and so I wouldn't put it past her to do something like this with KUBE.
If KUBE had his... Well, let me think of what question I want to ask here. Do you think KUBE chose her out of the Laker girls because she was the scandalous girl that was able to keep a secret, or because he thought she was the hottest girl in the squad? Combination of both, or neither?
I'd say because she could keep a secret, because she was good at that.
You think he would have rather have been with some other Laker girls, but he was a little bit more iffy on them, and it was a little bit more combustible, so to speak, if he would have screw around with them. This one was a trustworthy takedown.
Exactly.
And it wasn't because she was the hottest.
No.
As I said, I never said she was the hottest on the Laker girls, but she's hot enough. I mean, you're making it like she's mediocre, Mike.
No, I'm not saying she's not hot. But she just was not the hottest girl at our school.
You had classes with her, and you weren't staring at her the whole class.
Right. There was other people to stare at, that's for sure.
You're telling me you're in a class in high school, and there are other girls that are getting your attention.
Right.
Wow, that's a pretty big statement. There are other girls he's staring at just as hard as her in a classroom of like what, 20, 50? How many?
We actually probably about 33.
Yeah,
all right, class of 33. 50% of them are probably dudes, give or take. So with a class of 15 girls to look at, she's not even attracting all the attention.
Right. She's about top 3, top 5.
Are you sure people who went to school with you would agree?
Yes, I'm sure.
Don't make me find out the people that went to your school, man. I'll take your word for it. All right, well, maybe she just developed. Maybe she, over the past couple of years, maybe if you saw her now, you'd be like, wow, she does look good.
Well, I did see a picture of her on the internet, and she does look better now than she did before, that's for sure.
All right, well, go to TheTManShow.com. Is that where you saw it, or you've been looking other places?
I looked other places.
All right, well, now it's up on the TManShow.com.
Okay.
You can see her, and my wife's picture will be out there for another 10 minutes. Then take it down. Wow.
Plus, in high school, if someone has kind of a bad rep, you look at them a little differently. You may not think they're that hot, you know.
Oh, I like girls with bad reps.
Yeah, but not all guys like that.
I love it. Love it. Look at them that much more.
It sounds like she doesn't get a case of the feelings easy, so he knew he could trust her.
Right, but...
Bad rap right here on my jaw. Wow.
Rap on my lap.
Mike, I appreciate you making the call.
Hey, no problem.
Goodness.
No other details? I want all the dirty here. He's got nothing else?
There's a lot of dirt there. She was, hoeing around there a little bit.
Wow. How many boyfriends do you know of that she might have screwed?
I know about 2 or 3, and I know she actually got in a fight at high school because of it.
Like hair pulling and stuff?
And everything. Yeah, it was pretty bad, yeah.
She got her ass kicked, or she did the ass kicking, or both?
I believe she got her ass kicked.
Really? And that's why she transferred?
Yeah, pretty much.
And you weren't sad at all when you found out she was gone?
Not horribly sad. I mean, it crossed my mind about 2 seconds, and then
I'd be like, all right, who made her leave? Who's responsible for this? I would have a freaking cow. Anyway. All right. All right, man, thanks, but there you go. Some inside scoop there, Terry.
Yeah.
Well, she's so hot. 18. Tearing it up.
18.
Let
me snap my fingers. Turn to an 18-year-old, Terry. Oh, okay. What happened?
We're halfway there.
I'm sure that double parfait you're taking down this morning is really going to help the situation, Terry.
Triple parfait.
Yeah, it's kind of... Dunzo, look at it.
And everybody on Terry Cam has watched me eat the whole thing.
Making a guest appearance right now on Terry Cam, as Hotshot is holding with his right hand, is Terry's double parfait that has not much left to it. Because Terry has inhaled about 80% of it in the past 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah. 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't think that double parfaits are on the nutrition list as far as maintaining your body formation for the Laker cheerleader squad, Terry.
Okay, well, I'm not trying to make the Lakers squeer.
Wow.
Cheer squad, so don't care.
Well, I don't think we should have any different type of nutrition list for this program than the Laker girls have.
Why?
Although yogurt, granola, and fruit, not the worst thing for you in the
Right,
morning.
not the worst.
Compared to Vinny's bacon and cheese sandwich or whatever the hell he's eating.
Okay.
Well, then he doesn't have to mind his figure.
That's true.
Okay.
And what do I need to mind my figure for?
And believe me, Terry could take a nice scramble to the face
Oh, absolutely.
multiple
I
times
could.
a morning
Neck.
with
Loves
the,
it, too.
with the best of them.
Absolutely.
yeah.
You
I
hand
could.
Terry a hefty
No
bit of
doubt.
sausage, and she knows what to do with it.
I do.
Vinny, give me a fork.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Tons of that.
I do.
You got any ketchup?
Salt? Any salt?
Megan, you're on the air. Good morning.
Hates us all.
Megan, hello.
Fork in the neck.
Hello.
Hi, Megan.
Oh, you just don't
Hi. I was calling to say that maybe Kobe's wife doesn't give him everything he needs.
Well, I don't think any one person can give any other person everything they need, but you just, I guess, need to be more
maybe,
tolerant.
Maybe she's, not putting out because, she doesn't feel the need. She's already married to him. That's usually what happens in most marriages, that they just stop putting out. And it happens, the guys stop putting out, too. It depends.
So, in those situations that you just described, where a man is interested in having sex with his wife, but the wife is no longer as interested in having sex with her husband, are you saying
so
that...
he's going to go, and he's going to go.
Why does it have to be that she's not giving it? How about he just is a cheater?
Well, let's stick with her hypothetical, which is not so hypothetical. It's happening a lot of times, just about under every other roof in the great U.S. of A. In those situations, are you saying it's perfectly justifiable for the husband who wishes he could have more sex with his wife, but she's not as interested to go out and get some strange ass? Is that what you're saying, or no?
I'm not saying it's justified. I'm just saying that it happens because, maybe she thinks, he gave me this huge ring and, he's never going to leave me. He's always going to say he's sorry or whatever, so I don't have to put out.
Well, obviously it's been established that he will pick his spots with her. Like Colorado hotel rooms, not the best spot that he picked. Especially, I'm sure he realized that when he's on the witness stand defending himself from a rape charge.
Oh, yeah.
And now this 18-year-old cheerleader who I don't have any doubts, she did not give up the secret at all. Someone just was picking up on a couple of deeply hidden clues. Because TMZ didn't go with the story. They didn't have the scoop. It wasn't Us Weekly. It wasn't In Touch Magazine, Terry.
Right. It
wasn't The Star. It wasn't The Inquirer. It was a little-known website that's gaining in popularity by the second. We have to commend them, TheDirty.com. Unless they're making up the story, in which case we shouldn't commend them. But anyway.
Well, like I said, with the lawsuit, they've already been throwing a letter out there by the attorneys of Kobe Bryant, and they're
saying it's absolutely not true. But now that
saying you better pull it now, or we're going to pursue a lawsuit.
But now of course they're going to say that. But now that you just heard Mike, who went to high school with her, scenario of what she was like, perhaps, if you believe what he's saying, don't you think that this story has a little bit more credibility, or no?
No,
Well, if she was scandalous in high school, now she's a Laker cheerleader.
Right.
If you connect the dots, and she's hanging around Kobe during shoot-around, Terry, and they have that kind of close
do they allow
contact.
that, though? I mean, I don't know. So.
Well, and if you're scandalous in high school, I kind of wonder why you want to be a Laker girl. It's probably because you want to continue being scandalous.
Either that, or on top of that, not just be scandalous, but you want to use it as a springboard to perhaps bigger and better things in the big old city of Los Angeles, in Hollywood. I'm sure she has star aspirations of her own. And hooking up with Kobe and being the centerpiece of a big media situation is not going to do any harm to an unknown person like herself at this time. But now they're coming out of the woodwork on these phone lines, Terry. I got girls who claim that they were good friends with Vanessa in high school. I didn't know she was a Bay Area high school girl that we're finding out now. I thought she was like born and raised in the LA area. She just recently made the move. And already an impact she has made,
Huge.
Don't you know?
She loves a big impact.
Mm-hmm.
She likes
Some hefty, nice one, Terry. Nicely done, yes. He's jammed at home.
Yeah, I'm sure he has.
With two hands, baby.
Oh, yeah. On that carpet, right, baby.
Oh, yeah. Get up for the downstroke.
Natalie says she was very good friends with Vanessa in high school. Would like to come on the air at this time.
Yeah, hi. I was really good friends with Vanessa in high school. I went to Moreau with her. Her last 2 years, because she had transferred from Newark Memorial. And just going against what the guy said before me, yeah, she's really a sweet girl, and I'm not scandalous at all, and sorry.
Well, you can't say that on the air, but I understand how if you were friends with her and you just heard the last guy's comments and you completely have a different take on it, how you'd be upset about it. But try to keep it clean, okay?
Okay, sorry.
All right. Now, would you say that you hung out with her, or you just were like, you knew friends of her friends, or what?
No, I'd say I hung out with her a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And where would you recall, give us an account of a night or a day or a time that you hung out with her?
Oh, she came into my house a lot.
She came to your house a lot?
Yeah, and like football games and stuff like that, just out, mall, anywhere.
I don't know why I'm not believing her.
I don't know why either. I don't know why.
Jeez, because it's a girl who's telling you that she's not scandalous.
She's regurgitated everything we've told her so far. I want something new.
Yeah, she didn't give us any new information. She gave us the transfer stuff that we already just laid out there on the air.
The high school's right.
And now she went to malls and all this crap.
I'd love to know.
Yeah, which mall did you go with her?
New Park, Southland, any mall. It doesn't really matter, but...
No, well, it doesn't matter, but there's certain malls, if you went to malls with her, that you went to, so it kind of does matter.
New Park?
Oh, now she's laughing.
Yeah, she's laughing, right.
There you go.
Although she did swear, so she was a little passionate about it.
You know what? Try a little harder next time to fool us, because you're going to need to, baby. Because we're all over it! My Kobe with 18-year-old cheerleader! All over it. Close friends with her. My ass. Giggling wench.
Yeah, the giggling gave it away, probably. Very
Sid, you're on the air.
Well,
I just popped out for a third time. Yes, Sid.
If you would stop raising your voice
Go
and
ahead, Sid.
screaming, it would stay in its
What do you
socket.
got, Sid?
Probably a fork in the eye would be better.
hey. Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, Sid?
Okay, so this is what I'm thinking. Okay, she's hot already. She may have been a little scandalous in high school. She moved to L.A. She wants to be a Laker cheerleader. She wants to get ahead. Why not put a little story out about herself to get some popularity, get a little popularity going, so people know who she is, separated from everybody else.
Yeah.
So she could have.
You're saying she did it herself. She put the story out.
She could have put a little something out herself and had someone do it.
So you don't believe she had sex with Kobe, but she's leaking the story?
I don't believe Kobe did it. I think it was probably set up.
Why wouldn't you believe that Kobe would have sex with a hot 18-year-old cheerleader? Why is that so hard to believe?
You think well of a lot of people.
Because he had a choice. I mean, he got choices, dude. Why do her?
Why not? She's 18-year-old and hot and a cheerleader.
Who doesn't get a case of the feelings, apparently.
Because it's too close. Too close to home.
Again, yeah.
But as I said, maybe Kobe has no ability to go that much wider than staying close. It's like an in-office relationship for him because he can't just go out and start talking to girls because he's under a microscope more than just about any other player in the world of athletics, which is pretty big of a microscope anyway. So, Kobe has to pick and choose, believe it or not, a more limited opportunity than the B squad players out there in the athletic world have to choose from because they're not as scrutinized as someone like Kobe Bryant is. Kobe Bryant is like in a fish tank. So he has, believe it or not as many opportunities as, like, I don't know, pick a mediocre player in the NBA. Give me somebody like Derek Mason.
Fine.
All right, remember him?
Yeah.
Still playing, still scoring.
Desmond Mason.
Desmond Mason, yeah. Yes. Still scoring like 12 to 15 points a night.
Right.
Kind of journeyman, played. Who's he play with now? Whoever. I don't know why I picked him anyway. Yeah. He can go out, can prove to all the girls that he's an active contributing member of the NBA and get laid. Mm-hmm. Kobe can't be talking it up at a bar.
Besides, I think she has something to lose, too, because if I'm not mistaken, she can't fraternize with the players, right?
Well, but she already resigned
I know,
anyway.
but when they first started, my point was, when they first started, she has something to lose as well, so it's not dumb going after her.
She's probably not as calculating as maybe, I'm sorry, I lended a little bit to this in thinking, oh, this is a springboard to her big celebrity, newfound lease on life. She probably was mesmerized by the star status of KUBE, and if he's allowing her to make it happen, she's going to ride him like a band out of the town until she's fresh out of breath.
She's been gone out of town before. She can do it again.
It's a perfect situation.
You're good to be KUBE. That's the message today, huh?
Yes. Pretty well done.
Until you get your visa bill about that ring you just bought your wife.
Anything that makes Terry a hater is just right then and there, just good enough for me. That means you must have done something right.
Right.
If you got Terry's hater horns arising, you must have done something right. The T-Man Show. Let me get to a couple of calls I've been waiting for a while.
Okay.
In a couple of seconds that we have here. E-Dub, what's up, man?
Yo.
What's up, man? I got 20 seconds for you. What do you got?
I got a comment on KUBE and that girl reporting it.
All right, well, say what it is, real quick.
I seriously doubt it because I think it's too coincidental that the Lakers go up on the Spurs like that, and then about a half hour later, this report comes out. Someone's trying to mess with KUBE and the Lakers' head.
Well, you know, people keep saying that, but every time they come out with a story like this, if a rape allegation charge couldn't get KUBE to slow down his scoring, if anything, he picked it up times two. I mean, he went to a different stratosphere when he was dealing with the rape allegation. Then what is this story going to do? And this story didn't just surface after they beat the Spurs last night. This thing started coming out like over the weekend.
Yep.
Early, like in the weekend. I think I first heard about it Saturday or Friday or something like that. Some whiff of KUBE hooking up with an 18-year-old Laker cheerleader. Now Terry's just advancing the story, saying that KUBE's legal defense team is suing the website that's reporting on this story, and Vanessa Bryant had a breakdown in front of reporters yesterday and started cursing out a female reporter.
In front of her daughters and everything. In
front of KUBE and her daughters, she started saying the F word at this one female beat reporter.
Called her out by name and then just started F this and F you and blah, 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 blah.
They're not called beat reporters for no reason, Terry.
Yeah, I always love that name.
Although the female reporter's not very hot. Anyway, KUBE last night, with all this turmoil surrounding him over the past few days, goes out and leads his team in scoring and rebounding. It's a normal situation that he leads his team in scoring, but he had the most rebounds on the Lakers last night. So I don't know why people keep saying, why are they trying to mess with KUBE's head? No one would attempt to do that, because the reputation is when KUBE is pushed with his back to the wall, he plays his best basketball. So, think again, all right? Story's true. You just have to live with it.
Oh, jeez.
I hope the story's true, because I want it to be.
I know,
me too.
All right? And that's the...
Don't forget about today, though. You know what today is, right?
Oh, jeez.
Is it here already?
It is. Lucky for us.
These short weeks.
Yes, it is.
Tell me all about today without a further ado.
Well, since our workday is over on a Wednesday, T-Man, we are now officially closer to the weekend in front of us than the weekend behind us.
Is that right?
Can you believe it?
My God!
It is here. So when your workday is over, people, you think about what I just said.
Mm-hmm. And again, sooner or later, we're going to start loaning out Hotshot Scott to come to your office.
I want to do that.
So that at 5 p.m., you can hear firsthand exactly where you're at in the week.
And you, Ron Hansen, are officially closer to the weekend in front of you than the weekend behind you.
Ron Hansen has not sent in his application yet.
Oh, he hasn't? Oh, I thought he did. Okay.
What happened to Susan May or some... You never say a girl, by the way.
Well, I thought you just said Susan.
Susan May.
Susan.
Yeah, but she's saying I always say it for a guy.
Yeah.
Where'd she come up with Susan May?
I wish I knew, really.
Where'd you come up with Ron whatever?
All right, I hate to end the show all confused, but that's okay. Anyway, sooner or later we'll put a link up on the TManShow.com that allows you to put in your application to have Hotshot come to your workplace to tell you where you're at on a Wednesday at 5 o'clock.
Hey, that thought means more to people than you would think. It means a lot to me, I know.
Yeah, I think it leaves almost a little... starting to mean a little too much to you, but that's all right.
Yeah,
we're not going to break your spirit here. The T-Man Show. Usher's album is out. Mm-hmm. Will it be the number one album of the week, Vinnie the Pooh, when the numbers roll in midweek next week? Your prediction, please.
I want to be able to say yeah, but I don't think so. I don't, depending what else is up against it. But I don't
Well,
know.
that's what you got to figure out. If there's nothing up against it, it's a slam dunk.
Yeah.
There was nothing remotely big out.
All right, well, then, yeah.
If there's nothing remotely big out, I think we've answered the question.
Yeah.
Death Cab was 2 weeks ago, so I think they're in good shape.
Death Cab for Caddy?
That's right. Dominated last week.
Really?
I wouldn't go as far as saying dominated.
Won
but
the week with 140.
All right. Mm-hmm.
145 ain't bad.
Not bad.
Okay. And what's currently number one?
Death Cab for Cutie.
Oh, they've been number one for 2 weeks in a row?
New one hasn't come out yet.
Oh, okay.
It might be today, actually.
Okay. I thought it was yesterday. But anyway, we'll figure it out. And, Usher's album came out on Tuesday, so if Death Cab for Cutie still has a nice margin of a lead, maybe there's your competition. Knocking out Death Cab for Kid.
For a second, yeah.
We'll find out next week.
Tough to knock out a kitty and a Death Cab.
Yes.
How are you this morning, Terry?
I'm okay.
Okay. You want to move your mic closer? Or your windscreen is kind of far away from your mic, is what I'm saying. And maybe you won't strain yourself as much if you just lean all over it, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Does that matter?
That's fine. You going to be all right, or what?
No, not really.
What's the problem? You been yelling?
No, I went to bed. I was fine last night.
You were what?
Fine.
Oh, you were fine last night.
All day yesterday I was fine. This is the worst ever. Ever.
All right. Well, you'll get through it.
I don't know if it's weather or it just takes me a couple
The
hours.
weather's changing. It's getting hot, and then the day here it's cold and screws with you.
It
and
does a lot.
Yeah, we'll pump up your mic. We'll get you through
seriously,
it,
I woke up
baby.
this morning and was like, I don't have a voice. But that's okay.
Well, maybe it was some of the activities you were doing between the time you went to bed last night and waking up this morning.
Nothing, watching TV. Just sitting there, not talking.
Well, maybe you do it in your sleep like some people I hear and read about, Terry.
Could be.
I don't know. I don't know what it could be. I have no other theories.
Well, at least I know it's nothing wrong with the old throat, like bad where it needs surgery.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
But the doctor can't figure out why some days your voice is just not happening.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But you don't have any, like, polyps or anything, is what you're saying. You got the x-rays or whatever you
It
had
was
to
just
have
a little
done.
swollen head, and then it was fine. It's been fine. But now.
Okay, anyway. Maybe your voice is just changing. Maybe it's getting deeper.
Maybe it is.
Yeah.
Maybe
Is that possible? Is it possible for Terry's voice to get any deeper?
Can I just talk
guess it's
like this
happening
all night?
before our ears.
All night? Well, first we gotta get to the radio show, Terry. Anyway.
By the way, if you must know, 3 Doors Down won the week.
3 Doors Down.
Their new one won the 154,000.
So Death Cab for Cutie, one and done.
Yep.
3 Doors Down, currently number one album of the week.
Yep, Death Cab fell to 5.
And Usher, it sounds to me like it's going to be a pretty solid slam dunk number one come this time next week.
He's on pace.
He's on pace to crush 3 Doors Down. I mean, Death Cab for Cutie fell from 1 to 5, you said, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're saying also that Usher's new album was downloaded 500,000 times because it was available to be downloaded before it came out in the stores.
And now that we got Neil Diamond out of the picture,
That's
I
right.
mean, everything's safe.
All the heavyweights are out of the way. We're in good shape.
Yes. So Usher should be sleeping comfortably.
Neil Diamond, top 10 still, though.
Wow.
By the way.
It's pretty impressive.
So was Mariah and Madonna.
For an old man with a banjo, let me tell you.
Yep.
That is nice work by a 8-year-old man.
Oh, Frank Sinatra's number 4, by the way. Nothing But the Best by Frank Sinatra.
And he's dead.
That's right. Dead people do the best in music.
How about a dead person beating you on the list if you have a new album out?
Put out a Tupac greatest hits, it'll be number 1 easy.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
You can all they have to do is think about putting out Tupac's greatest hits and it's number 1.
He just sold 10.
Yeah, that's right.
By the way, just thinking about it.
Just in the past 5 seconds.
T-Man Show. Pete and Ashley have gone from wedding bells to wedding bees. An LA artist blog is buzzing about the behemoth bumblebee Pete commissioned for his new bride. Standing over 2 feet tall, artist Nathan Sawaya built the big bee out of 18,000 Legos. Why a bumble? Well, apparently Pete was just being romantic.
Yeah.
Sawaya says bees play an important role in the love lives of Hindu, Greek, and Roman gods.
Oh, he was just being symbolic to his new bride. He had somebody build a bumblebee out of Legos and paid him top dollar to do it to show a symbolic little token of
Love.
nice. to his new wife.
That's sweet.
Because when you think deep, you think Fall Out Boy. He's definitely got it in him to be deep.
Mm-hmm. How big was the Lego Bumblebee? They said how many feet? It was pretty big?
Over 2 feet.
Hey, Lego's pretty cool sometimes. I mean, I'm in the Lego store all the time.
Yeah, I bet.
In the mall because, because I drag my son there. And, you know, a lot of times you break out the box in your own house and you're being called down for dinner like a good wife would do. Dinner!
Wow, with the triangle.
I'm going to need another 20 minutes here. I need a blue square right now to finish out this fortress. Come on, son, get cracking here.
Fortress.
We're almost done. Oh, Legos can be addicting. Love messing with Legos. I almost said the F word. Love it.
Okay.
Better place for messing, Terry. Yes. But then I realized I'm an adult male now, and
Yes. Last you checked.
yes,
so mess
time to get back to porn.
Yeah, right.
Stop messing around with Legos.
Got grown man things to do, son. I gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Legos are cool to you. Step on one barefoot in the dark.
Maybe.
Killer. Absolute killer.
Believe me, there are worse things on my floor that could step on. Anyway, maybe my dad would have actually gotten on the floor and played with me if Legos were around. Were Legos around about 30-some-odd years ago?
Been around for a long time.
They have, yeah.
They've probably been around. When were they invented? Good question. Wikipedia.
Yeah, before they really mainstream. I remember having like something called Lincoln Logs.
Oh yeah, Lincoln Logs.
They were
Lincoln
kinda,
Logs and Legos.
They were kind of boring, but
Yeah, what am I, Abe Lincoln? Back off. I don't want to build a log cabin.
it's like a jigsaw
Boring.
puzzle with phony logs. I don't know. You couldn't.
Yeah.
All you could do was build a house.
Right, what do you want me to build here? A small house, then a big one? And then kick it when I'm done?
Okay, I built a small house. I
Take it
built a
over.
big house. Now let me build a medium-sized house.
Oh, yes. Never saw it coming. Wow.
So that's pretty much, I had the Holiday Inn toy set,
Yes.
and I had the Lincoln Logs.
So did we.
I had the blocks.
The blocks.
I had the game of Operation.
Oh, loved
Taking out the funny bone. Always fun.
Did you have a Mr. Potato Head?
I had a Mr. Potato Head, yes, of course. Had Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I had a big commercial with those recently. A really funny commercial. Legos invented in 1949, by the way.
1949.
Yeah, that's right.
All
Our
right.
parents could have played with them.
By Jason Lego?
Probably Jason Lego, yes. Who went on to make waffles.
Oh. Yes.
Pop on the toast.
And we still do it to his ego right now.
Pete and Ashley have gone from wedding bells to wedding bees. An LA artist blog is buzzing about the behemoth bumblebee Pete commissioned for his new bride. Standing over 2 feet tall.
Oh, 2 feet tall. All right, that's not the biggest.
It's pretty big to be
Lego.
yourself.
Not the well, he didn't do it himself. He
Oh, he
got someone to
commissioned
do it. Yeah.
Oh.
He built
paid.
rolled up his sleeves and built her a bumblebee on his own out
That
of
would've been impressive.
Legos. I was figuring like maybe it was 18 feet tall or something like that. Like a huge, massive, made out of Lego bumblebee.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
He commissioned someone. So I figure if you're commissioning someone to do something for you, they build you like a 11-foot high bumblebee.
Right.
2 feet. This is 2 feet right here. Big whoop.
2 feet high, though. It's kind of big.
2 feet high?
That's not bad.
That's nothing. I could do that in 3 hours. Minimum. Maximum.
No way.
Dinner. 1 minute. Well, screw you. Anyway, no one's calling for me to dinner anyway. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah, the good old days.
No, I mean, it's a perfect situation. I don't know. Anyway,
Yes.
who cooks dinner in your house?
I cook most of them.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Really?
Do you call up when it's time to eat?
We're pretty much in the same room all the time. We don't really go anywhere else in the house, so she's usually around.
So you just slide a plate over there?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I'm kind of faster at it and a little better, so I like to. I like to cook, though.
So what you're saying is, if I'm translating perfectly,
You are,
is
yes.
she can't cook.
She can, but it's a little slow.
Oh, jeez.
I'm kind of in a hurry sometimes.
Yes.
So. We don't have 2 hours to read directions here, you know?
Wow.
It's called a grilled cheese.
Oh,
My wife's a little scientific sometimes. We'll stare at a
Grilled
cookbook for 2 hours.
the directions are kind of in the title of the food.
They
isn't
are,
it?
you would think.
Grilled cheese.
And the cheese goes on the inside, by the way, of the bread, in case you're wondering.
Well, they got to call it grilled cheese on
my
the inside
gosh.
then, because I'm confused.
My wife looks at the yogurt section for 20 minutes before deciding on yogurt.
Wow.
So she's a little kind of that way.
Wow.
Has trouble just making decisions and hammering stuff out.
Well, I'm big on dates. I'll tell you that. When I buy milk, I'm like, I know they always put the latest, most freshest milk in the back, so I'm like pulling out 6 cartons of milk and leave them on the frickin' floor.
Jeez,
How dare you try to fool me when June 23rd is way back there and you're trying to hand me June 15th, bastards.
Is 2001 good or bad? I don't know.
Now pick it all up, because I ain't doing it. Anyway, what else is going on in the world, Terry, besides a 2-foot bumblebee being built for a new bride out there named Ashley Simpson?
Well, just really quickly to confirm that she is pregnant.
Yes, well, we knew that, right?
Right, we did. I'm just confirming for those.
For those who are still
who didn't want to believe.
It absolutely is true. There's no doubt about it. It's 100%. No turning back now.
Correct.
She's having a child.
Yes.
And there's already a bumblebee waiting for the child to play with.
Yes, they announced it yesterday.
They announced it officially. They're having a baby.
Yes.
Now, how far along are they?
She's just past her first trimester.
So they obviously got themselves in a moment of conception before, clearly, months before they had a wedding.
Imagine that.
Wow, really?
And if you were to do the math, you may even figure that they got themselves all good and conceived before there was even talk of a wedding.
Weird.
So, if it were not for this unborn child that she's carrying, would there have been a wedding? And would there be just scattered Legos, not in the formation of a bumblebee, just floating around out there? That is the question.
I don't think girls would be going out with guys that make giant bumblebee Legos unless they got knocked up by them.
Wow. Right. No, you're probably right. No wedding.
I watched Knocked Up again last night.
Hilarious.
Yeah, every time I watch it, it gets funnier.
Classic. Great movie.
He's so good in that part.
Which one? Jonah? The main guy?
Yeah.
Seth Rogen?
Yeah, Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
So good. I mean, it's the little things you pick up on watching it like for the 5th time.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I think I was watching it for like the 3rd time. But, it was so funny.
You forget he's like 24. He looks 34.
Yeah, he does seem like he's
so
older.
Weird that he's so young.
Is he only 24?
I think he's really young. He's way younger than I thought.
Yeah, but I think he's older than, I think he's about 26, 27 now, but I don't know, somewhere around there. Between 24 and 27. That's fine, whatever.
But anyway, he's pretty damn funny.
It's great. And I didn't realize until last night watching it again that the dude from Superbad who was the cop with him, who writes all the stuff with him,
The guy from Saturday Night Live?
They're like the two partners. It's Seth Rogen and his like right-hand dude.
Right.
Who they were cops together in Superbad. I don't know the dude's name. Yeah. But he's in Knocked Up for a quick second there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's in the... Remember when she's puking on the set of E and...
Right.
What's her face? The actress.
Catherine Heigl?
Yeah, Catherine Heigl. That's everywhere now.
Yes.
She pretty much started on Grey's Anatomy, right?
Yes.
And has since branched out to become like this just huggable star that everyone adores.
Yes. 27 Dresses was cute.
Right. I'm sorry I missed that one.
Sure you were.
He's got a small part in the movie. He and Seth Rogen wrote Superbad, and they wrote Knocked Up, right?
Yes.
They wrote them both.
Well, Judd Apatow's, I think, I don't know how that works.
That's the name of the guy I'm thinking of?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know how it works. I don't know who wrote it. I know that Seth Rogen wrote Superbad when he was a kid or something like that.
All right, well, who does Seth Rogen, what's the actor's name who the two cops are? Seth Rogen and who?
Well, I think the other cop is the guy from Saturday Night Live. I forget his name. But
that's the guy who wrote it with him.
I don't think that's the guy that wrote it with him. I think it's Judd Apatow is the guy that wrote it with him.
I'm lost now then. Whatever.
Judd Apatow writes all those movies.
I better go watch it for a 6th time then. Anyway. What was I saying? Nothing? Okay, good.
Hilarious movie.
We just talked really quickly about Ashley being pregnant.
She's definitely
confirming
pregnant.
that.
Got it.
She's past her first trimester. Also, with the Simpson family, Tony Romo apparently will try and make things work out with Jessica as long
as her dad what?
Stays out of it.
That's his word to her?
Pretty much.
If you can keep out of it, keep out of our lives, I'll start dating your daughter again, your desperate daughter.
I'll work it out with her.
Who no one will touch but me. I will do you that favor, and you can marry off your daughter if you just stay out of the mix.
Yeah, apparently so.
I don't know if I'm buying that, but all right.
Joe Simpson's a little too hands-on.
I understand, but I don't think Tony Romo's in the position to make demands like she's some desperate soul, Jessica Simpson. I know.
Well, she's madly in love with him.
She's madly in love with him, so that's why he has the power to say to Joe Simpson, hey, listen, I'll do you a favor and date this desperate babe here that wants me so damn bad that it's pathetic if you just stay out of our business.
Yeah. I think so. I think he's in that position right about now.
Oh. And what position is she in right now, Terry?
I'm not even going to go there.
Oh, we're there.
She's bent over the barrel.
Wow. Interesting visual.
Okay.
What else? What else is going on?
R. Kelly trial update.
Yes. Already?
Yeah.
All right. Why, you still have a voice? Okay, what is it?
She does?
No, I don't, but, whatever. Apparently...
Were you doing karaoke last night or something?
I'm telling you, no. I swear to you. All day, the last couple of days, everything's cool. All good.
Because I know how you Filipinos like to do karaoke.
Oh, we do.
I love it.
Yes, we do.
If you're going to do karaoke...
Yes.
I think the only song that you could possibly pull off right now is this one, Terry. All right? Based on your voice situation... This is the only selection I see.
I see trees of green.
Perfect. Trees are green.
You signing it?
Yes.
What, did you learn this in like...
Too.
Oh,
she was in the Happy Hands Club.
Terry's having a flashback of some sort. She's signing this as...
I know.
As... Who's singing it? Louis Armstrong or Terry? Oh, Louis Armstrong, yeah.
What a wonderful world.
Okay, you know what, Terry? You're not in a little bubble at the corner of my corner of my TV screen, all right? Doing fine.
All right. I see skies of blue.
Pretty close.
And clouds of white.
I can't tell who's singing.
I can't either.
Let's play the game.
And
Let's play this game. Who's singing the next line, Terry or Louis Armstrong?
What a wonderful world.
Okay, who was that?
It's Louis Armstrong.
Terry or Louis Armstrong?
Louis Armstrong.
First call is can identify who correctly
Do we get a
identify
gas card or
who that was. We got gas cards, we got Wild Jam tickets, we got Summer Jam tickets, we got all kinds of jam tickets there.
We got tickets.
We got
Cards.
party bus passes.
That's right. Have you gotten any applications?
Party limo passes. We've gotten a bunch, but I only said it once, and I said it at the end of like Tuesday's show in the final seconds, so not like hundreds or anything, Terry.
All right. So I guess the R. Kelly threesome thing you don't want to hear about?
What are you talking about now?
R. Kelly threesome thing.
What do you mean? All right, hold the save.
Okay.
Believe me, I think we need to get to that, but I put out a contest now, Terry.
Okay. It's wonderful.
All right, who's about to sing this next line? It's going to be Louis Armstrong or Terry. Hang on, here we go.
What a wonderful world.
I think to myself.
Oh, that was very good, Terry. You really nailed it there.
What a wonderful
world.
Hi, who was that, Terry or Louis Armstrong?
It was Terry Armstrong.
Terry Armstrong.
Terry Armstrong, that's the correct answer. Congratulations, sir. You've he's got a funny laugh. You've won a CD. All right, don't push me any further than that because you really don't deserve much more, and you admit it. You acknowledge that, right? You would admit that. Yeah, a CD. Yes. Would you like a CD?
That is great.
Oh, he's happy. Good. Now you won 2 CDs for not whining.
Yeah, that works out. Oatmeal's better than no meal, right?
Now you get 3 CDs.
Yay!
Because I love that little expression.
Oatmeal is better than no meal.
Yes, especially when it's maple and brown sugar. So well done.
Good job.
All right?
All right.
All right, hang on. 3 CDs coming your way, bud.
All right.
What's your name?
Perfect. My name is Juice Enough.
Juice Enough. Hang on.
Juice Enough?
I think that's what he told his girlfriend when she was about to make him a little quick fast this morning.
A quick fast? Mm-hmm. By the way, Bill Hader, the guy that plays the cop that you like. He's
Bill
Saturday Night
Hader?
Live, yeah. And the guy that he writes with is Evan Goldberg. So the guy he writes with isn't in any of the movies.
He's not?
Mm-mm. Bill Hader's funny, though. He's on SNL.
So he co-wrote Superbad and Knocked Up. with a guy named
Evan Goldberg,
who's never appeared in any of the movies.
It's like his little Canadian buddy.
See, I thought that he was co-writing these movies with the guy who played the cop in Superbad, and I didn't realize until last night had a small part in Knocked Up.
Yeah, he must be butt buddies because I think he's in another one too that they did. Sarah Marshall one.
They must be a buddies.
Bill Hader, the funniest Pacino impersonation you've ever heard. Spot on, ridiculously good. He's really funny.
That's not what I wanted!
Oh, amazing.
Anyway, better than that.
That's pretty close.
Yeah, mine was great. Anyway, we're about to hear the R. Kelly threesome situation.
Yes.
In a couple of seconds, but we gotta have Louis Armstrong reload before we can do that.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
There's threesomes going on in the R. Kelly trial, Terry?
Possibly today. We could hear all about threesomes.
It's turning into sex court like I used to watch it on the Playboy channel right before I
Well, apparently, prosecution.
With your Judge Julie Strain.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that was on the up and up, huh?
Don't you remember back 10 years ago when they used to have sex court on all the time?
I did not have that channel, no.
Oh, it's a damn shame.
I'm glad they don't have that on Judge Judy, though.
Imagine if Judge Judy turned into sex court.
Oh, yeah.
And her and Bird and maybe the plaintiff get it on.
Oh, man.
T-Man Show. And now, representing butt rockers worldwide, carrying sod from Tacoma to Everett and every city in between.
Oh, yeah.
President of the blue collar workers, even though he wears a tank top, here's Dump Truck Guy.
I hear Dump Truck Guy is very disappointed, angry, upset, agitated at the end of his rope as it pertains to gas prices. He's had it up to frickin' here, and that's the main reason for his call this morning.
Damn right, man. I'm getting cut back to 4 days a week just because it costs too much freaking money to run the stump truck, man.
Oh, I didn't know about that. Your boss is slimming your week down from 5 days to 4 days because of gas prices?
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the main reason. It's kind of slow just for the whole freaking economy. It's just went down the crapper because it's goddamn faggot oil companies they can't get their crap straight, man. Enough's enough.
Okay.
All right.
They really need to pay $5 for a gallon of gas. Come on.
Wait a minute. Who'd you use the homosexual slur towards this time?
The oil companies.
Oh, the oil companies.
Airhead, towelhead, whatever you want to call them. Enough's enough,
I think he
man.
should be a guest on Fox News.
I do, too.
Be awesome.
Do an editorial spot?
That's right.
Where he's calling the oil companies the racial slur, non-racial, homosexual slur word, and
He had some racial ones, too, I think.
he had a racial one in there somewhere.
Yeah, he runs the whole gamut, actually.
And, well, he's a little perturbed. Not
Well, I'm so funny. We had a holiday weekend last weekend, so I just got my shovel out and dug a big old hole in my backyard, and there's my campsite.
And did he strike oil or what?
What?
Oh, okay. So you're just building like a makeshift barbecue pit and a little area to hang out. I'm trying to figure out why you dug a hole in your backyard again now.
Because it's a fire pit, man. Instead of going to a campground with a big fire pit,
I see. So
I just walk on my back door.
Yeah, he doesn't want
Done deal.
spend extra cash to actually buy a grill, so he made a makeshift barbecue in his backyard, not really valuing the landscape altogether, I would guess, Terry.
No need, man. It's just, you just go to the store, buy about 418 packs, invite about 10 friends over, and you're in.
And how big is the hole you decided to build over the 3-day weekend in your backyard, Dumpy?
It's probably about 4 feet deep and about, it's a circle, so probably about 4 feet across. You can get a pretty good flame. I already had Fred Mark called the fire department on me, saw my house was on fire.
Oh, my God.
So, dump truck guy who's he's acting out a little bit, one might say, but just fed up and trying to save costs where he can instead of going to Home Depot or Lowe's, Terry, and buying himself a barbecue for the summer. He's just shoveling holes in his backyard and throwing gasoline and starting bonfires in his yard.
Yes.
Damn right, man. So, but I do got tomorrow off And I'm going to see if it's cool, man, if I can come down.
Oh, if you're gonna have if you have a lot of days off coming up, yeah. If you want to take a day here and there and come hang out with the crew, Dumpy, you know the door.
I haven't seen you guys in like over a year, so.
No, it's been less than that, but.
No, it's been a long time. It's been freaking Coon's age forever.
The door is always open. What did he say now?
Oh my God.
Coon's age.
Well, it's just like a term
for sure, raccoon, but you know.
All right.
It's been a long time.
Yes, I think that's all that needed to be said. Anyway, Dumpy.
Yes, sir.
What kind of delicacies did you fire up from the big hole in your backyard? You just make the basic hamburgers and hot dogs, or?
No, I had shish kebab.
Shish kebab.
Wow, it's pretty
Killer,
high society.
man. Teriyaki shish kebab.
So the neighbor who was trying to do their best and be neighborly and hopefully they thought save your life in what they thought was a home fire, when they actually came out to investigate, they were doubly happy to find out not only were you not dead, but that you were handing them a shish kebab.
Oh, yeah, damn right, man. The whole neighborhood comes by. It's just one big party, man. Everybody has fun, and it's killer.
I'm just wondering, I mean, you've been living in the same house for a good number of years. Why all of a sudden now did you decide to just dig a hole and fire up a pit?
Well, I got a different car, and it don't get the best gas mileage in the world, so it's like, I don't know, man.
He's usually a guy that goes away for these kinds of holidays.
I see. So this is his holidays, what he's saying.
He usually goes camping
it all
or
comes down to the gas prices, and it's hit him right in the gut because a 5-day work week has now become a 4-day work week for Dump Truck Guy. There'll be no vacationing outside of his hometown this summer, is his point.
Not in the near future, no. Ain't happening.
His camping is a 4-pace little trip to the backyard. 4 paces to the yard, Terry, where he's going to throw some gasoline in the hole and fire up.
That's right. Just try not to burn my freaking hair off. That ain't happening.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much everything just said. The same concept for his sex life, Terry, you know, and everyone's. And it's amazing how there's all those kinds of consistencies. Yes.
It's a tough time we live in when camping is too expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, man. It's
Laying in the dirt, too much. Can't do it.
I had a couple of buddies, they went to Eastern Washington, and they said it was like a freaking ghost town, man. There was nobody out, nobody around.
So was your boss like, were you kind of challenging him? Were you getting in his face? Were you yelling back when he said that he was cutting your work week down to 4 days? Or you had really nothing to say because there's nothing that can be said, you just had to accept it?
No, I'm just like, right on. I'm in. Summer's here, 4 days a week. I got Fridays off. No problem.
All right. So
until it pitches me at the bank, then there's going to be an issue. But as of now, sitting pretty.
Your first instinct was, wow, this couldn't be better because now I get a 3-day weekend every week.
You goddamn right. I'm in.
I think that is pretty much the best part. Yeah, that's really the only standout part that you can
That's it. As soon as the weather ever gets nice, I'll be on the sea-doo for 3 days a week. And,
You can't sit around and cry about it.
Nope.
All right, there it is. There's the positive way of looking at it. Instead of thinking about his paycheck going down, just think about his fun for the summertime going up.
There you go.
That's right. It could never be better, man. Usually, when summer gets here, usually you just slam past. People want you to work the weekends. You work at 10, 12-hour days. Ain't happening this year, so couldn't be better.
And how's the Dump Truck Guy love life and overall? First of all, how's Bubba recovering?
Yeah.
He's doing good, man.
Good.
He did a competition the very next weekend. He did wear a helmet, and he took first place. So.
He did wear a helmet?
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, he went last weekend. He was in Oregon for 2 days. Went skating. Did real well again.
Good.
So.
Mm-hmm.
Told you he's pretty good, that kid. He might go
That's
pro.
awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, he's a freaking maniac, but I mean, what do you expect? He gets out of school, I take him right to the skate park, he's there till dark every single day.
All right. Well, let us know. We can see him on the Deuce, and we'll say we knew him when he was just a bouncing baby boy, I guess.
See him in the X Games.
Yes. Dump Truck Guy, we'll perhaps see you tomorrow, or if we don't see you tomorrow, we'll see you soon.
How's love life?
Roger.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what's happening.
Hotshot refuses to let you go until we get that answer on how your love life is going after how many years of marriage, Dumpy?
Oh, man, going on 15 years.
15?
Wow.
You got married when you were like, what, 22?
23, I think. I don't know, man. It was like a long time ago. Something like
Just
that.
all runs together as far as he's concerned.
And the 15-year post of the marriage is doing what for your sex life? Making it better, making it worse, making it right where it always has been? What are we talking about here?
It's good, man. I mean, you got your ups and downs.
Oh, geez.
You go through battle here, battle there, and then makeup, and then just tear it up right in the butt.
Oh, man. That's all we need to know. I'm sure she's picking fights knowing that that's coming.
Wow, I think Hallmark should jump on that theory for making up.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
When you can't figure out the words to say,
man.
Leave it to Dump Truck Guy. Screw Hallmark. Dumpy, always a pleasure.
Okay, give me a Red Bull, get my ass in gear. So,
all right.
Hopefully we'll see you bright and early in the morning, man. You have a great day.
Have a good day. There he is, Dump Truck Guy.
Right. Wow.
Always fascinating, Terry.
Yeah.
I'd love a woman that said I do to a mullet for 15 years.
Never a dull moment.
No.
And she wouldn't even know what to do with him if he didn't have that mullet.
Nah, different guy.
She's more in on the mullet than I even think he is, and you know how much that is saying because he clings to his mullet like no one ever has.
If his hair was burned off by accident, he would just stay inside for about 2 years in the fetal position.
That's right.
Definitely Samson with his hair.
Yes.
Samson.
Even Samson, though, didn't have a mullet. He had long hair.
Right.
All the way around.
Right, but he wasn't business in the front, party in the back.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine Samson like that. He would have been unstoppable.
He may have been.
Right.
Wow.
Now, Tari, you were telling us about R. Kelly's trial and a topic of threesomes that had come up or is coming up or was given details. Fill us in. What's the scoop?
Well, shortly yesterday before the trial began, a woman came forward and claimed that she had participated in a threesome with R. Kelly and the alleged victim.
Mm-hmm. So this is new, groundbreaking kind of information that they didn't have but when the trial started, or they always knew they were going to present this witness?
They knew that they were going to, present her.
Because you said she just, came...
Well, no, she wasn't out of the blue. I just said
see. She's out of the blue for our purposes.
For our purposes, right.
But they knew all along they were going to bring her up on the stand.
Yes.
So there's a woman... That is now, she's still on the stand, or she's...
Well, no, yesterday she was going to go on the stand. However...
Yes.
The defense said that they had a surprise witness, so the judge said, okay, we're going to not proceed any further today, and they put it on hold.
What?
Trial. So
I am so lost that I think you're probably even more lost.
No, I'm not.
The defense can't present any witnesses until it's their turn until the prosecution rests, Terry.
Well,
so you better reread your story.
Well, the judge didn't know about it. It's like a whole...
Right, it's a whole... That's why
it on the
they
judge
sprung it on the judge
to undermine
and everybody.
The testimony of the
but why would that make the proceedings of yesterday's events
the judge has to know about it, and then anytime you present a witness,
I understand.
You have to allow the other people to know who it is. You can't just say,
I understand all that.
So the judge said,
how does that have any connection to the witness that the prosecution was presenting yesterday that you said went up on the stand and talked about how she had a threesome with R. Kelly and the girl in question in the video?
Well, because the judge, he called an adjournment and just said, hold up, we're going to hold off on this whole thing until today.
Until today?
Until today.
All right. I'm sorry. It's pretty cloudy. I'm not talking about the weather. You're saying...
Yes, I'm just telling you. So,
but the use your voice more than you need to.
But the thing is that actually it gets better when I use it.
Oh,
but caught up. I just said that. But the thing is that what this witness that the prosecution is going to claim, what they'll have her on the witness stand today saying is that she actually was one of the people in the threesomes with the 13-year-old girl and R. Kelly.
So it's all connected.
Yes, at one time. Okay, so that's going to...
Who's the surprise defense witness?
It's a guy that supposedly called up the defense and said...
I don't know how you're updating us on the trial every day, and yet I see more lost by the day. Yeah. Here's Terry supposedly keeping me updated on what's going on.
I'm just reading from the news story.
But you're making it so confusing, I can't follow. All right, let me see if I understand right. Let's go back to the threesomes.
Yes, that is going to be the subject.
The subject of today's events in the R. Kelly courtroom is going to be threesomes.
Yes.
And the little menage a trois that R. Kelly had from back in the day when around the time frame this video in question was made.
Right.
And there's a woman who's going to go on the stand.
Yes.
Who's going to say that I had a threesome with R. Kelly.
And the alleged victim.
And the alleged victim. Now, why would a woman go on the stand and say that? Because if she goes on the stand and says that, why don't they slap the cuffs on her right as she finishes opening her mouth, saying what she's going to say, and say to her, well, then you're obviously guilty of statutory rape as well. Because just because you're a woman, if you were over 18 and you are admitting that you had sex with what was a 13-year-old, we could chuck your ass in jail and not even have a trial.
More than likely because they probably cut a deal with her.
Well,
okay,
that
so
doesn't seem
anyway,
very fair that she's admitting having the same kind of situation as R. Kelly had. Maybe she didn't pee on her or anything, but who knows?
Right.
She's up there admitting that she had this is not another 13-year-old. You're saying this is an adult woman.
This is a woman.
Who at the time was a legal age woman, not a minor.
Correct.
Who now do you know how old she is now as she hits the stand today? You don't.
They just had a single mom from Atlanta.
A single mom from Atlanta.
And she also is claiming that R. Kelly's people, tried to pay her tens of thousands of dollars to return, because apparently she also has a tape of the threesome.
So why would R. Kelly's people pay her to return?
The tape of a threesome between him and the 13-year-old girl? That's what she's claiming.
Oh, so they were trying to pay her off to get that tape.
Yes, to get the tape back. And that they even claimed that they would try to have her arrested at one point. So anyway, this whole situation, like I said...
Vinnie the Pooh's just shaking his head no the whole time you're talking, Terry.
Well, then let him read the story. Here, let him read it.
I don't want to read it.
No, let him read it so he's not confused, and you're not confused because you can only understand things from Vinnie the Pooh.
No, I am starting to understand it.
Don't even...
I am starting to understand it. It's just taking me a second. Didn't you hear me recount to you what you were trying to say to me, and I got it all right? I'm just saying, I just noticed that Vinnie the Pooh was shaking his head the whole time you were talking.
I was just trying to...
Maybe he's thinking about something completely different for all I know. Maybe his mind is wandering. He's not focusing on what you're saying. Is that the case?
No, I was...
You weren't listening to Terry.
I was trying to follow along.
Mm-hmm.
It was just,
Well, Terry's battling some throat issues right now. It's not helping her in doing her job.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So cut her some slack.
I'm sorry, Terry. I'll give you back your story. Here you go.
Please have Vinnie read it because he has a better voice than me, and he can.
In the middle of this here.
Well, because you're the one.
Go ahead, Vinnie, read it.
Read it. Read it.
I don't want to read.
He doesn't even want to try.
No, I want to.
Why is that? I'm dying to hear too.
I do not want to read the story.
Vinnie, you've been challenged.
I refuse the challenge.
Wussy out and I will accept the challenge?
Yes, I am.
Wow, really? For reading?
They're shaking your head when she's reading her story. She's saying, well, you read it and make more sense out of it. The story
I'm not even going to put myself in that position.
Well,
why not? Why do you cut me down and dog me out?
I didn't say a word to you.
Well, you would.
Did I say a word?
You didn't need to say a word. You were just shaking your head like she was the most pathetic soul in the world at that moment.
Okay.
That's how I interpreted that. You're sitting there like this. So, why are you acting all chicken now? She's challenging you to read the story.
I'll be a chicken. Hey, Terry, just take your story. It's your story.
Well, now it's your story.
I don't want the story.
Aha!
There's no aha.
So you're a pretty big critic.
I'll be a critic.
She's asking you to read the story. What's the big deal?
And I'm not going to read it.
You can read. Just read it.
No, I can't. I don't know how to read.
Well, then Terry would appreciate it if you don't shake your head.
Okay. She didn't even see me shake my head, by the way.
I saw you shake your head.
Buster.
Mm-hmm.
Ratted me out.
I thought you wanted to tell her why you were shaking your head. Why were you shaking your head?
Oh, if I would have told her, I'd have been like, Terry, I'm shaking my head because of this reason.
All right, what's the reason?
Well,
Terry's asking you. Do you want to know why he's shaking his head, Terry?
Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm. Oh, boy. She wants to know why you're shaking your head.
It was just, kind of difficult for me at the time to follow you. But I was trying nonetheless.
So therefore, I'm asking you to go ahead and read the same news story that I have.
And therefore,
so that you can, so that everybody can understand, because you are so much more articulate and intelligent than I.
Wow! How about that?
I guess.
I don't think it necessarily has anything to do with intelligence and who can articulate.
Oh yes, it does. Oh yes, it does.
It's just about
reading the story,
communicating the details.
I
of the story.
basically read it verbatim, almost down the line.
Really here.
Shortly before the trial began, you may recall that a woman came forward and claimed that she had participated in a threesome with Kelly and the alleged underage girl
Hello.
You don't need me to? You don't understand?
Take a moment here.
Wow,
let's all relax.
Really weird, right?
This is way bigger than me just reading the story, by the way. I don't know what it is exactly, but
never mind.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a little bit awkward now. All I wanted to know is about...
I told you about the threesome. This woman, as a witness, claims that she has taken part in a threesome with R. Kelly and the alleged victim.
Got it.
She, in fact, even claims that she has a tape.
Maybe it was just the voice, Terry, that made it hard to understand.
And
I don't know. But now I'm getting it.
Out of nowhere, the defense said that...
Got it! Understand. I still want Vinnie to read the story.
Nah, I'm out.
The fact that you're like afraid to read the story, though, is really
But he
you're
talks so much crap.
Yeah, you're you're in the business.
He always claims that I am just so stupid.
What did I say? I didn't say.
You always say that, Vinnie.
I didn't even say a word.
Gosh, you're so stupid. You can't even understand. Stumbling over your words.
You. Oh my God! You wouldn't even have known I was shaking my damn head if this man didn't tell you I was shaking my head.
Well, don't try to hide it.
I can see out of the corner of my eye.
With this man sitting in between us.
Oh man, now I shot him my way.
My bad. I'm not knocking. I'm not knocking you, but I'm just saying.
But why are you afraid to read the story?
I just don't want to put myself in a position to
put pressure on you right now.
Exactly.
Can't handle the pressure.
Okay. I just don't want to put myself in a position.
The sound after you were just
ridiculous.
cutting down Terry to sound like you can't handle it.
Why couldn't I have been shaking my head?
But you have cut her down in the past. It's not like the first time.
Well, that's the past. But what about we're talking about this incident? I
cut her down plenty too.
The defense is promising a surprise witness in the R. Kelly trial,
and they said that yesterday.
Threw the whole trial into chaos yesterday.
So
why is this trial not on TV? Why can't I find it anywhere? Why do I got to get these updates? And the only place I can get these updates is from you. I can't even get updates on Extra. I can't get updates on
really
TMZ.
being low key.
They're not covering this trial in any real form.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're not giving any details. I mean, they're letting you know the trial's going on, but they're not spending any time covering any details of what's happening from day to day. So not only are you not getting gavel-to-gavel coverage, which you tend to get on just about any trial out there that has any merit, but you're not getting even any updates.
Right. Surprise witness is like L.A. Law crap or Law and Order crap. That's pretty cool.
This is like television drama, movie, climactic scene moment where they're promising to bring in a surprise witness.
And here he is.
The defense has guaranteed, and they made it known yesterday, which put the trial on hiatus, a surprise witness, because now everyone is up in arms as to what they have planned that they're supposed to be disclosing that they haven't.
Yes.
Maybe they just threw this whole idea of a surprise witness on the table because they wanted to have the trial be thrown into chaos because they weren't happy with the way things had been going up to that point, especially with this woman on the stand talking about how R. Kelly was having threesomes with everyone.
I think the judge will expect a surprise witness today after adjourning court.
Yeah, supposedly.
I think he'll be a little upset if there's no surprise witness.
Well, supposedly he was flown in last night at 6.
Well, let's speculate who the hell the surprise witness is going to be. Who's going to walk into that trial? Ladies and gentlemen, we call to the stand a cup of urine.
Hello, Guppy.
That would be a surprise witness.
Please raise your right straw.
If they just called a cup of piss to the stand, Terry, and he's like, I am the urine in question, and I did not come out of R. Kelly schlong. So, case dismissed. You're excused. I am the witness that has made this case a slam dunk for the defense, and everyone can go home now.
Judge, the P has been given his rights, sir. So you can all sit down now, please.
Wow.
He's been sworn.
I mean, maybe that seems a little far-fetched to call a cup of pee to the stand, Terry.
That'd be great, though. What a great witness. What a smoking gun.
What a smoking gun.
Man.
What if they call the smoking gun to the stand?
Oh, yeah.
We call R. Kelly Smoking Gun.
Wow.
And he, unzipped and smoke was coming out of it.
Oh, yeah.
That would be cool. Well, then who is the surprise witness that's going to be called? Anyone we know? Is they just saying surprise witness, but it'll be somebody we've never heard of?
Probably.
A guy.
You said it was a guy. I know. Can we just let our imaginations run wild for a second? Do you have to tell us it's a guy?
Sorry.
I have it as a cup of pee. Can you just let me have my moment here? Oh, it's a guy. Okay. I guess it's not going to be a cup of pee then.
No, doesn't sound like it.
Well, then who is the defense's surprise witness? It's going to be such a big letdown.
Yeah, it will be.
Such a build-up and no payoff.
That's just like his brother who's going to admit to it being him or something.
Joe Schmagegi.
Oh, yeah. Can't wait to hear him.
Maybe it won't be. Maybe it'll be some big, notable, out of nowhere, didn't even realize he was involved on the scene kind of person that will just rock the foundation of the entire court system.
It's Michael Jackson.
I was just about to say.
Some tells me the defense doesn't want him anywhere near this case, by the way.
We called him. Well, they would throw things into chaos.
It would.
Yes. The king of pop, Michael Jackson.
Thriller starts, or beat it starts as he moonwalks down the aisle.
Yeah, it'd be beautiful.
Be great. Well, I'm surprised we're not writing for LA Law.
Yeah, short of that, I don't know who they could call that would make any real impact here as far as a surprise witness. But they feel like they need surprise witnesses to get R. Kelly off the hook. Is he going down the river here?
Oh, yeah. He is, the yellow one.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't think the prosecution is doing a very good job so far based on all the details I'm getting from you on a daily basis, Terry, and what a fine job you're doing. I will counteract Vinnie the Pooh shaking of his head in one direction by shaking mine in another direction. You see that? I'm getting it, Terry.
Wow.
And I'm loving it. That hurt my neck.
I was going to say, that was really a hefty shake. Ow. Yeah, he's like a bobblehead for sure.
The fact that Vinnie the Pooh's afraid to read the story.
It's kind of weird. No channels and cannot read stories.
That's right. Unable to read and no channels.
Man has not a channel.
Not one.
Anywhere. You search every corner of his house.
What about over there?
You can't find a channel.
Look
Not
under
a
here.
channel.
Is there one under here?
And you ask him to read the story that he was just knocking the stuffing out of Terry free.
How do you know it was knocking the stuff out, by the way?
The way you were shaking your head, you
How
just
was I
had this
shaking?
look like she is the most
How did I do
pathetic
it?
loser. You were like this.
Really, with the eyes?
With the eye roll and the yes.
But you can't make it like you've never,
Just like that.
You've never taken
Okay.
shots at a reading before, though, right? I mean,
Hey, you're talking like you can't even understand what we're talking
listen,
about.
like, okay, since, we do a show for a minute, right? We've done this for a while. If I'm going to take a shot at Terry, I'll be like, Terry? Like, I'll say something.
no, you won't. Come on,
I
really?
wouldn't
Every
say
time you'll interrupt her?
Well,
I mean,
well,
you
then
have, but...
Okay, you feel me? Like, I wouldn't just sit back here in the corner and be quiet.
You would interrupt
No,
her?
you have. You're right. You don't sit
Many
back.
a time you've
Yeah, I'll
interrupted
say
her,
something.
stuttering and stammering.
Yes.
For
Yes.
actually,
I will,
comment.
I will say something.
But if you're in radio, you have to read things from time to time.
I know.
I mean, you do shifts on the air. I mean, you have to read. So why won't you just read a story? That's really weird.
Because the way it was all
It's a
set
no-win
up,
situation, I think.
The way it was all set up, he felt it was a no-win situation, and any slight hiccup he would have had,
Exactly.
he would have been bombarded by Terry and maybe even us, and he felt like it was best he just avoid it.
But take a chance at really sticking it to her. Just nail it.
It's pretty much a smart move, but also very chicken
Chicken,
crap.
yes, whatever. No channels, chicken crap, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Even Pacey could read it. I mean, anybody in radio could read a story.
Oh, Pasty would read it with the greatest, most golden pipes.
There'd be burn holes in the paper when he's done from its ashing on it, but he could still read it.
Answer this for me, Terry.
Yes.
As I still need this question answered.
Okay.
How the hell can this woman who is testifying on behalf of the prosecution, who's testifying on behalf of the state against R. Kelly, how can this woman, this mother, this parent, whoever she is from Atlanta, how can she get on the stand and say, back 10 years ago, give or take, when this video was made, around that time, I was having threesomes. Maybe not in the video per se, but the day before or the day after or right around that time, I was having threesomes myself with R. Kelly and this underage girl. How could she say that? And then the prosecution still go after R. Kelly when they're letting this woman skate. She's just as guilty then, and she's admitting it.
True.
R. Kelly at least is saying, I didn't do it.
True. But again, they probably cut her some kind of deal. She'll probably have to do some little bit of time or whatever.
If you testify, we'll cut it down to probation.
Yeah, we'll cut it down to probation or whatever.
So you're telling me this woman's going to do time? R. Kelly's
She'll
facing...
probably, again, like Hotshot said, yeah, some kind of deal was struck, like a probation.
Well, I better
or
find
something
out
like
that this woman that is going on the stand admitting that she had threesomes with R. Kelly and this underage girl is doing time. Because I have a feeling that if I were to look into this, she's not doing any time. And yet they're going after R. Kelly with both barrels. They're trying to get him 15 years in jail.
Right.
Here's a woman who's on the stand saying, I don't have to lie. I did everything that he's being accused of and has been running from for the past 10 years. And no one's coming after me, but go get that man.
But you cut a deal, though. I mean,
Yeah, so it's
Well,
not a
what's the
time
deal?
thing. That's what we're saying. It could have been just
testify,
probation.
we'll cut it down to probation.
You're just speculating. Do you know that she better be doing some jail time. If they're going for 15 years against R. Kelly, and this woman is saying, I did the exact thing that you're trying to get R. Kelly to admit that he did,
but the thing,
then you better tell me she's getting at least 5 years.
No,
if R. Kelly goes, she'll probably go, too, for something. It doesn't make any sense. So
she
you're right.
should go, even if R. Kelly doesn't go, because she's admitting that she had sex with an underage girl.
They don't know who
well,
the underage
but
girl
that's
is,
the
according to R.
thing
Kelly's
is,
people. Who is it? Maybe she's not underage.
Maybe she can admit, yes, I participated, but I only had sex with R. Kelly.
But even if she's watching it, she's still guilty.
Yeah,
If she's watching him have sex with a minor,
right?
she's
But I
guilty.
think it's different when you're actually.
You're saying she didn't actually scissor her. You're saying she didn't
maybe
actually
that's it.
have any kind of sexual contact? They had a threesome. That's the terminology being used here. Now, if she's saying I had a threesome with R. Kelly and the girl in the video, who's an underage girl, well, she better be getting a minimum of 5 years. Because here they are. Talk about just blatant hypocrisy. Going after R. Kelly like he's the biggest fiend in the world. And if he did what he's being accused of, then they should be going after him. Don't get me wrong. He's saying he didn't do it. Here's a woman who's saying, I did do it. Yes, here I am. I had sex with an underage girl and R. Kelly. And they're like, okay, great. Thanks for your testimony. Now you can go home, have a great freedom-filled day.
Right.
How can they do that? That's my question.
It's a good, solid question.
She's not as guilty because she's a woman? Is it more of a crime to have sex with an underage person if you're a man?
No.
Is it more of a crime to have sex with a 13-year-old girl if you're a man, an adult male, or an adult woman?
Not legally, but it's looked at that way.
It should be equal, right?
You would think, but it's not. In court, no, it's not.
Right.
No one's gasping when she walks into the room, and she's admitting of doing the same thing that R. Kelly is, like, running and hiding from these charges.
She definitely cut a deal. She has to.
Yes.
And that's a good point. I mean,
but what kind of... They better not be giving her a deal that doesn't involve some serious jail time.
It probably does, because they need her to testify.
I don't think she's doing jail time. I just have a very...
No, she's not.
So how could they possibly say we want 15 years for R. Kelly when they let this woman skate? And she's admitting to doing exactly what they think is so just absolutely reprehensible that R. Kelly did. She did the same exact thing.
Well, they're claiming she just witnessed it, which doesn't make it right, but it's different than actually having sex with an underage girl.
I thought they are saying that she had a threesome.
Like Terry's saying, if they never touched, I don't know what the technical definition of a threesome is.
No, you don't have a threesome if you're just watching. If you're in the gallery, you're not participating in a threesome. It's not a threesome unless there are 3 people participating in a sex act.
Not always true. 2 guys could be on a girl and not touch each other.
2 guys on a girl is...
technically a threesome, I guess.
If 2 guys are running a train on a girl...
Right, guys look at it as a train instead of a threesome.
Yes, okay, that is...
Don't start caressing Roger's back during the act.
Depends if Roger's back is hairy or not.
Okay, all right.
But...
Gross.
Okay, fine. Now that you put it in that little way...
Right. The court may be calling it a threesome. It could be a double team on R. Kelly.
If 2 guys are double teaming a girl, would that qualify as a threesome?
Probably in the eyes of the court, yes.
Yes. But I would rather use the terminology of 2 guys on a girl, you know?
Right, exactly. But in the court's eyes, 3 people naked in one room engaging in sex acts is a threesome. Done. Hit the gavel. See you later. Time for lunch. Here's your $10. Don't spend it all in the same place.
All right.
It's a bizarre case. It will be great on TV. How long do you think this will go?
Another couple of weeks or so?
That's it? Oh, okay.
What are they saying? Do you have any information?
They better get on it. But put it on TV soon.
They're not putting it on TV.
Ever?
Ever.
Not when it gets close to the end?
Maybe they'll have a box set that Vinnie can watch.
I'll be on it, too.
No channels.
What'd you buy the box set?
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me?
No channels.
Even after the fact? I mean, this is the kind of thing you want to see live.
Even after the fact, yeah.
Even after the fact, you'd watch the R. Kelly trial box set.
That's right.
Wow. Okay. Well, it's getting very exciting with to know that here we are on Thursday, May 29th, and when the courtroom gavel goes down this morning, the talk in the courtroom will be all about R. Kelly threesomes.
It's going to be cool.
I don't even know if the courtroom is packed to the gills with just like witnesses wanting to see this trial unfold, or is the courtroom empty, or I have no idea what's going on there. I haven't even seen a sketch.
I know. Nothing.
If I look in the magazines on the grocery store stands right now, do they have R. Kelly trial pictures or anything? They got nothing nowhere.
Nope.
All I got is Terry's put this story together updates. Doing a fine job, by the way, Terry. You are my favorite reporter. Vinnie can shake his head until he's blue in the face. You will always be my favorite reporter. And I mean that.
Thank you.
You look like you're not sure where I'm coming from with that.
Sometimes I'm not.
I am absolutely being 100% honest. I don't care if you legitimately start stuttering through every story, Terry. You'll always be my favorite reporter.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, got it.
So those have been illegitimate stutters up until now?
Well, Terry sometimes have a little trouble getting her thoughts together on the fly. I mean, she's got a lot of work to do over there.
All right.
It's a very tough job.
Right. Do I go with the parfait or the bagel?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the menu?
1-866-663. T-Man is the number to call. Let me open up the phone lines for the first time this morning. The number is toll-free, 1-866-663. T-Man, and Jay is first up. Yes, Jay.
Hey, what's going on? I got 2 comments real quick. One, R. Kelly has so many counts against him, he's probably not going to get a deal. The lady probably only has 1 count. That's why she got such a good deal. And if you want to see the full transcripts of the trial, go to allhiphop.com, and they got day-to-day transcripts of the trial.
Really?
Yeah,
well,
the full rundown.
You could talk about counts all you want, and technically he's got 21 counts, and she may only have 1. All I know is, from what I'm getting from Terry's report this morning, this woman is going on the stand saying, I'm an adult now, I was an adult woman then, when I had a threesome with this woman on the videotape and R. Kelly. And she's sitting there, and no worries in the world about her day-to-day freedoms, and R. Kelly is being accused of the exact same thing that she's up on the stand admitting, and this woman doesn't have a worry in the world, and R. Kelly has to worry that for the next 15 years he could be in jail. Doesn't make much sense to me.
But you can't call it the exact same thing,
they never want to put the snitch in jail. They always want to let the snitch run free.
Did this adult woman get naked and hang out with this underage girl and R. Kelly? Okay, then she's as guilty as R. Kelly. Whether who did what, I don't know.
He's not on trial for being naked with a 13-year-old.
He would have snitched on her before she snitched on him.
He's on trial for having sex with a 13-year-old, right or wrong?
It's a trial for 21 counts of stuff, including dumping pee on
I don't care how many counts.
That's what he's on trial
said
for.
That.
If this was just him one time with a woman, it'd be a different case.
This was a better deal if it was just the one time. He would have got a deal.
This was an adult woman who made the conscious decision to get naked and start getting sexual with a 13-year-old.
No, something should happen.
Why does she not have... I don't care if it was one time or a zillion times.
Right. And no doubt, she is as guilty, yes. We all agree.
She's as guilty as he is. She has not a worry in the world, and he's got to worry about seeing the light of day over the next 15 years. Where does that make sense? How does that make sense to anyone? And she's their star witness, and he's the guy they're going after.
So if somebody hits someone with their car and kills them, they should go down the same way Jeffrey Dahmer goes down?
I don't think that's a fair analogy at all.
Let's say you kill somebody, whether it was a crime of passion, whatever. But so you get the same sentence that Jeffrey Dahmer or any mass murderer gets?
These are not... This is a direct parallel. This is a woman who made a conscious decision to have sex with a minor as opposed to a man. Now, maybe the man had more... times of making the same decision, but she still had a time that she's admitting to where she consciously and with her own free will got naked and started having sex acts, whether they were as high intensified as R. Kelly did, who knows? But she still made the decision and went through with the process of having sex with a minor.
Something should happen to her, I agree, but not the same thing that happens to R. Kelly.
Right.
So you want to talk about the technicalities of all this? Wonderful. You go ahead and do that. You want to say, well, R. Kelly's really on trial for child pornography, whatever. The bottom line is they saw R. Kelly having sex on tape with a 13-year-old. They believe it's him, and they're going after him. Here's a woman saying, I admit I did the same thing, and she's their star witness. How does that make any sense? That's just the common sense aspect that I look at it as.
I know.
So you can hold on to all your little technicalities, 21 counts, 1 count, child pornography, this, that, the other thing. We all know why R. Kelly's being gone after.
Right.
The woman's admitting to what R. Kelly is denying. And she's scot-free.
The courts are typically gender biased, and it's not fair, but they are. When a 14-year-old boy has sex with a 30-year-old woman, you don't feel that bad for him.
Right.
But if it's the other way around, you feel horrible for the little girl.
Unless you tell me this woman came straight out of jail, they put her in a fancy little courtroom business suit, put her on the stand, and she goes back to her cell for the next 15 years, then I don't take much credibility in the whole prosecution here for putting a woman on the stand as basically their star witness, and yet they're trying to tell you what R. Kelly did is so devious. Yes, what R. Kelly did is devious if he's guilty of doing what they're accusing him of. But how do they make this woman a star witness when she's admitting to doing the same thing? Tell me that she's in jail for 5 to 15 years.
I can't.
You can't do that because she's not. Because they don't look at it the same way.
You're right.
Well, she obviously didn't do anything that bad because she's a woman on a woman.
That's a fair point.
But a man, he probably just violated her and ruined her ability to ever have a normal life. And that may be true. But don't tell me what she did is all hunky-dory. All right?
Neither hunky nor dory.
Not hunky, not a dory.
You ever been dory, ever?
I feel like I'm a little dory right now.
Okay, that's great. I've been mid-dory.
Have you been sour?
Oh, yeah. Most of the time, after workouts.
Wow.
Tasha, you're on the air. Hello? Tasha? Let me go to Kelowna. Kelowna, you're on the air. Kelowna?
Yes,
Kelowna.
thank you so much. I'm so not Tasha. But R. Kelly taped himself, and the lady is nowhere on the tape. Where is she?
She's not on the tape. She doesn't need to be. She's admitting it.
What do you mean? You can't just admit something and you're not on tape. You don't have any witness. You could just be saying that to get the load off of R. Kelly.
If a person admits to a crime...
Bull crap. That is so not real. Is she going to go to jail? So it doesn't make a difference if you admit to the crime if you don't go do any time. She's not going to do that. She's sitting up there as a liable witness.
Huh?
She's sitting up there as a witness.
Yes.
So she's not going to go to jail. If they had belief that she
And
did
that's my whole problem with this. Just because she's a fancy witness, all of a sudden the same crime that she's admitting to is not nearly as despicable an act as what R. Kelly did when they're trying to get him on the same exact violation? How does that make any sense?
But look, if the police come to your house and you say, oh, I did this, they're like, okay, well, where's the evidence? They just not going to put you in handcuffs and just take you to jail. They have to have something against you in order to charge you. You cannot be booked for just invisible so-say or whatever the case may be. You just can't.
All right. I'm glad this all makes sense to you then.
Yeah, I wasn't really getting that.
I'm not getting your point. And I'm not going to spend the whole 4-hour show trying to figure it out.
Okay. You're saying that she's not really a credible witness just because you say you saw something.
We're going to put a witness on the stand, our star witness, the prosecution is thinking, but we don't believe anything she's saying. That's why we're not bringing her to justice. But we would like you to believe it so that we can get this man guilty on all charges.
Yeah.
Not a great theory, I'm sorry.
No, I know.
We think she's just saying that because there's no evidence to support it, so we're not going to throw her in jail. But we want you to believe it so that we can get this guy that we've been going after for 10 years. Okay, Kelowna, you keep working on that theory. Let me go to Charlie. Charlie, hello.
Charlie, what's up, man?
No, you're Charlie.
Oh, I am? Yeah, I am.
Yeah, okay. When you use a fake name on the program, you got to remember what it is so you don't call the host that.
Hey, I just woke up, man.
Okay, Charlie.
Yeah, but it's going
man,
after,
you're on the air.
It's going after the big fish, though. You know, sometimes you got to kill the little fish in the pond just to get the big bass.
Mm-hmm. All right, so there's something that actually makes sense. It happens a lot of times in mob trials. They let people off murder charges, let them have minimal sentences that they have to face if they are willing to turn and testify against the bigger fish. They're going after the big fish, the big flounder.
Just like Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal. They was going after the big fish.
Okay, you're doing fine, Brunson. Anyway, they're going after the big fish, and that is R. Kelly.
Yes.
Fine. Makes some sense.
Mm-hmm.
She's not a big enough fish. Sure, smelly enough, but not big enough.
Well, how could you not be after what he did to her?
Mm-hmm. All right. Something to that. There's certainly a lot of precedent for letting... But this, usually, when you're going after the big fish, in the mob trials that I talked about, you're going after the kingpin because they're responsible for hundreds and hundreds of murders, and you're letting a guy who's willing to testify against that person who may have committed 2 or 3 of those murders skate, or not totally, but give him a much more light sentence than he ordinarily would have gotten so that you can get the real big fish.
Right.
All they know of, as far as R. Kelly with underage girls, that they have evidence of, is this tape. This woman's admitting to... I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm done. For a second there, I was starting to think that there was something to be said about the big fish aspect. But all I can still see now that I'm past it is that this woman is admitting to the same thing they're going after R. Kelly for, and they're letting this woman go. So, to my knowledge.
Right.
That is wrong. They better slap the cuffs on her and take her away and be like, we tricked you. We got you to admit it, and it's on all court documents now, and take her away because it doesn't make any sense to me.
Okay.
All right? Okay.
I see what you're saying. That does seem weird.
Okay.
If a guy was on murder for killing a family, then someone came in and said, well, I killed 2 of them, but he killed 4 of them.
Right.
You know, it's the same thing. They should be in trouble, too.
I killed a family, too, and he was with me when I did.
Right.
But go after that guy. Go get him.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. But I'm the only one who seems to understand, I guess. I don't know. Whatever.
The T-Man Show. Does Mariah Carey do everything in high heels?
Oh.
Apparently that's real, because check this out.
Yeah.
Mariah in her trademark pumps throwing out the ceremonial first pitch at a pro baseball game in Japan.
Oh, yeah, those are always fun. Here's that picture, Terry. Let me put this up on the TManShow.com for anyone who's interested. Not that this is the most interesting picture you'll ever see in your life, but Mariah Carey couldn't go on the field and throw out the first pitch at a Japanese baseball game in anything but the highest of heels, Terry.
Okay.
Can you throw out a pair of snakes for a second? Is that possible in your life, Mariah? Could that ever happen? Is it possible for you to be willing to be seen in public in a pair of Nikes or something?
No.
Somebody might think she's a little less sexy. No, she cannot do that.
Mm-hmm. So she has to wear this, they're clunky heels. I guess you can't wear, real sharp stilettos if you're going to go on a field because you'll get your heels caught. But she wore this chunky, big old heel, throwing out the first pitch on the mound.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Do what you got to do.
Well, it's like the KUBE thing, she has to wear that same kind of routine when she's showing you her house.
Mm-hmm.
Heels and a little miniskirt. Look at me, look at my legs.
She pissed me the hell off about 10 years ago almost now when I saw her on Cribs walking around her little, not so little Manhattan apartment, Terry.
Right.
But I let it go. I let it go and embraced her past couple of albums as tightly as anyone, Terry. Because they're very, very... They're good. Simply put. They're very good.
Yes.
But now she's starting to piss me off again.
Finally. Whew, welcome aboard, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
There's plenty of room.
I'm back on the ship.
Thank you. Nice to have you back.
Because this is just a little too much. I mean, can you throw... Is it not possible?
No.
It's not.
All right.
It never has been.
What else is going on in the world, please? What else is happening?
I have a story about a nude maid who stole $40,000 in jewelry from a 50-year-old gentleman in Florida.
A nude maid? A maid that gets hired to clean your place in the nude?
Yes.
Well, they're usually the most reputable of all the maids out there, Terry. I can't believe something like this happened. She stole $40,000 and what?
$40,000 worth of jewelry.
Jewelry?
Yes.
I'm sure she had a lot of places to stash it as she's cleaning the house in the nude. She must have a pretty big BJ, Terry.
Yeah, I guess so.
With a pocket watch chain coming out the bottom.
Wow.
Paid for her coffee. Hold on a second. $10.
All right, tell me what happened there. What's the
this
details?
50-year-old guy in Florida whose wife was out of town.
Whatever do you mean, Terry? Yes, go ahead. His wife was out of town, so he's a married guy?
Yes.
And he hires a nude maid.
He finds her on the internet, has her come over, he pays her $100 to clean the house
that's a
naked.
good deal. It's a pretty good deal.
Right.
No wonder she was willing to clean so cheap.
Sure enough, she shows up, takes off her clothes.
She knew she was the stealing type.
Cleans the house.
He didn't wonder why he was getting such a bargain because the nude, the kind of variety, that kind of novelty maid.
Right.
Usually charges more. Now, if you want to get a standard maid to come and clean your place for one day,
sure,
$100 is probably even a lofty rate. But if you're going to hire a novelty maid, quote unquote, you're probably going to pay upwards of $150, $200, upwards of $300 to clean your place because you're not really paying for the Lemon Fresh pledge, Terry. You're not really paying for her cleaning talents.
Okay.
You're paying for her big milkers flopping around your living room.
They're doing the dusting.
As she's doing some light dusting. And you're doing some light dusting of your own there.
Oh, yeah.
Well, apparently the wife came home from the little trip she was on, realized that she was missing her jewelry.
Oh, the guy didn't even realize something was gone?
Right.
The guy didn't even realize stuff was missing?
Nope.
So he hires a maid from the internet.
Right.
$100 deal is struck.
Yep.
I'll get naked. I'll clean your house. She comes over. She cleans. She gets her $100. He doesn't realize that stuff was lifted from the place.
Right.
Wife comes home. $40,000 in jewelry missing.
Correct. So he has to admit to his wife what he's done.
Oh, wow.
So then...
Why you gotta do that?
Well, how else to explain?
You say it was a maid service.
She's like, aha, nothing's missing. I just knew it. I could smell her in here.
You got me.
Anyway, the couple has filed a police report, but they haven't found the naked maid.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to find the naked maid anytime soon, Terry, but something tells me she's not still advertising in that city.
You can't really hire a naked maid.
Of course you can.
It's not a real thing.
Of course, it's not urban legend.
It's going crazy.
You can hire anything out there. There's every aspect covered as far as if you're interested in paying enough that you can hire.
I feel if I get a naked maid, the cleaning's not going to be sufficient.
Well, exactly. You're not going to get the best cleaning job. That's not what you're hiring. And maybe you get, as I said, some light dusting, and you're not going to get the highest quality cleaning job that you'll be able to find in the yellow pages.
At this point in my life, I think I'm a little more into the cleaning than I am the boobs.
Well, all right.
That toilet handle, would you?
This 50-year-old married man was more inspired to see a fresh pair of boobs.
I guess.
Yes,
I guess our Halo to play. Hurry this up.
You're not going to be like calling her after she leaves going, I'm not really happy with the cleaning job here.
I wouldn't call anyway, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
That's not something that really is what you're hiring her for, is the great cleaning job she's going to do.
I would agree.
I did the white glove test and I feel dust here.
Oh, the white glove test. That's what I'm doing after they leave.
Do the white glove test while she's still around.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're not going to get the best cleaning job, but you're not expecting to have your house ripped off, basically, there.
No.
You think it serves the man right, Terry?
Sure. That's what you get.
Why do you have to rat himself out? Why couldn't he just be like, I don't know what the hell could have happened. We must have been robbed.
Well, obviously, the guilt got to him, so...
The guilt got to him.
He probably wanted it back. You thought he could go track her down,
Right.
So in order to fill out a proper police report to try to get this jewelry back, you have to come clean.
Yeah. Kind of have to explain how it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Things like that. Describe the maid or whoever you hired to come on over.
What do you think?
What was the name of the company?
What do you think? I'm sure it was a very reputable company. What do you think of...
Find her?
She's probably working on her own. What do you think of the 50-year-old married man who hires a nude maid while his wife is out of town?
Dirty.
Okay, but all right, if a guy gets called dirty, it's not the worst thing in the world. Is that as far as it goes? Nothing more than dirty? Or is
Well, obviously, I think he's...
What kind of level of punishment? Probably not.
And $40,000 worth of jewelry?
You don't think that's the fair amount? That's over the top as far as how much punishment he has coming to him, right? Even you would admit that. He doesn't deserve to have $40,000 in jewelry ripped off just because he's a married guy who hired a nude maid.
Well, come on.
Let's say he was a 50-year-old man who didn't want to cheat on his wife, but wanted to see some big old flopping hefty milkers flopping around his place.
I think, though, that you violated the whole thing by A.
All right, I'll tell you what, you think about this. I'm up against a hard break here.
Well, it's going to take her longer than the break to think.
And you tell me
Vinnie said that.
The level of punishment in the world that we live in, of you feeling that every misstep should go punished with the rightful amount of punishment. You see what I'm saying?
I do.
You tell me what the man deserves for his mild violation of hiring over.
Mild?
You don't see it as mild?
No.
Not to mention the violation of himself when she leaves.
Right.
All right, well.
Or when she's there, whatever.
I'll tell you what. We'll take a break. You think about this. And you tell me what the man deserved. Right after these words.
The T-Man Show.
It's the photo that's got everyone talking.
Oh, wow.
Lindsay Lohan seems to be nuzzling the neck of another woman. Now, People magazine is reporting the bombshell news that the woman, Samantha Ronson, has moved into Lindsay's home in L.A.
Oh, geez, it's getting more serious now, Terry.
It is.
Every day that passes by, as we said, Lindsay Lohan is becoming more and more lesbonic.
Looks that way.
Which is lesbianism with bionic parts. And she is just giving up all hopes as far as interest in men and getting more and more serious with the most masculine of all the male population, and that's this Samantha Ronson. I don't know if you've ever seen her, Terry.
I have.
Oh, she is all boy.
I know.
And her mom's like kind of a hot socialite type looking woman, too. It's weird.
Samantha Ronson's?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, her mom married guitarist for David Bowie. That's her real dad.
And her mom looks ultra feminine, or there's a lot of masculinity there, too?
And she married a guy from Foreigner, McJones, so she's like guys love her. I mean, back in her day, she was really hot.
The plot thickens. I don't know.
Now, People magazine is reporting the bombshell news that the woman, Samantha Ronson, has moved into Lindsay's home in L.A. Just Tuesday night, the duo was photographed coming out of the Peninsula Hotel in New York City.
Oh, that's serious. You don't take just a little old friend to the Peninsula if you're not going to get really freaky.
Yeah. Apparently you don't.
Hotel costs these days, and Lindsay not having any income coming in.
Right.
You're not splurging on the Peninsula for something that isn't guaranteed action.
Well, maybe Samantha's doing well.
Samantha is doing well. She's one of the most notable DJs on the L.A. scene right now.
So there you go.
If I understand correctly, yes.
Absolutely correct.
I mean, she is probably one of the highest, most marketable DJs out there.
Right.
But, yeah, who would have thought that Lindsay would be supported by the real breadwinner?
Right.
Well, we always look to the man to make the money, Terry. So
she's definitely wearing the pants.
Has moved into Lindsay's home in L.A. Just Tuesday night, the duo was photographed coming out of the Peninsula Hotel in New York City.
Oh, that's exciting.
Last week, they were holding hands and showing public affection at the Cannes Film Festival.
Well, that's
where
nice
this
that
photo
they
was
found love with one another here, Terry.
Yes.
Lindsay has found herself. It took a little while. She had to cheat on steal some girl's fiance in a rehab center in a bathroom stall in Utah to find herself, Terry.
Right.
These are the kind of things you must go through. This is the process you must have happen before you realize who you truly are. You have to have sex in a bathroom stall with some woman's fiance like she did last year at this time. I mean, flashback again, 365 days, almost to the exact day, Terry.
I know.
And she is pulling some dude in a bathroom stall and wrecking any hope of him getting married to a woman who supported him through his drug habit.
Yep.
And now, 1 year later, what a difference a year makes. She is full-fledged lesbian city, it sounds like here, Terry. She's moving in with her lover.
Last week, they were holding hands and showing public affection at the Cannes Film Festival, where this photo was taken. When we caught up with Lindsay's father, Michael Lowen, in New York City, he didn't want to look at the photos.
I don't even want to see the picture.
Oh, jeez. He doesn't seem happy about it.
Wow.
I don't need it thrusted in my face that my daughter's a full-fledged lesbian now. Get out of my face! I mean, it sounds like he's a bit annoyed.
Yeah, just a tad. Calm down, Pops.
I don't even want to see the picture.
Does that sound like he's not embracing her new lifestyle?
Does, kind of. Yeah.
Is that almost in and of itself a homosexual slur in some degree, in some regard, or is it not taken a little bit too far, Terry? By him saying, it almost, if you're reading between the lines, translates to, that would make me sick to see my daughter with another woman because women don't belong with other women in romantic ways.
I don't think he's going that far.
Maybe I'm reading too deep between the lines, but I can't help but take it that way. It makes me sick to my stomach, not just to see two women going at it in real, true, out-and-out, loving kind of ways, but my own daughter being one of them.
I don't think he's going that far. I just think that he realizes, yes, she is going that way.
He had a I'm sick to my stomach kind of tone to his voice, though, Terry.
Wow.
I think he's sick of lies about his daughter. They're just friends, and they live together, big deal. Doesn't mean they're getting married.
So you're taking it in a different direction. You're saying he doesn't want the media's little twist and turn kind of
to the left
tabloid ways.
I do think that he is kind of tired of the media circus around his daughter. So that's kind of where that one is.
So he doesn't believe that his daughter and Samantha Ronson are getting in a serious relationship or really that physical, in a romantic kind of, passionate kind of, unbridled sexual, just ripping each other apart, kind of scissoring until they're sore kind of way.
Oh, you can't walk for a week.
He's thinking that this is just typical tabloid bullcrap, and why can't two girls live together and be friends and just have it end right there?
That's what he's thinking, yes.
But that's not what people are thinking. I mean, everyone is of the belief that these two have found each other. These two have found themselves in finding each other, and these two are going to live happily ever after. Isn't that? They're not dispelling those.
Well, they haven't come out and confirmed or denied either way.
They're not, but they're not dousing the flames of the fire of that speculation, are they?
She is redhead.
Are they?
They haven't said it either.
They've never
way.
come out and said, "Hey, we're just friends. We're not romantic." They're pretty much letting people go on the thought process.
I think Lindsay's people have said they're just friends.
But again,
I've never heard either of them say.
You guys have always talked how now it's kind of. That's what's happening in the club scenes and stuff like that. Women in there.
No, that's what's happening. That women are definitely experimental to an nth degree, Terry. And women are kissing all on each other, and that's beautiful. Sure. And women are all feeling each other and grinding on each other, and that's a beautiful thing. But it comes to an end at some point. It doesn't become hardcore relationships. That's not a trend. Maybe it's up as far as the overall numbers, but it's not the norm.
It's like it's a one-night thing. You don't buy season tickets to the WNBA with your partner.
Right. You don't start just throwing flowers on and getting on early. It's a lot more open as far as just freedom of expression and not trying to suppress any kind of impulsive feelings you have. If a woman wants to start grinding on another woman on the dance floor, everyone's cool with it. No one thinks they're making a spectacle of themselves.
Right.
As a matter of fact, they're loving every second of it, and it's a whole lot of nothing nowadays, which is progress.
Oh, look at us. We're kissing. Boys love it. Woo!
But, yeah, that kind of shock value from the early 90s of two girls kissing on the dance floor isn't there anymore. Right. Two girls kiss on the dance floor, the guys from a different room in the club are like, "Hey, two girls are back."
And everybody goes running.
And guys came running in the early 90s. That impact isn't there anymore.
Yeah, nowadays, two girls kissing on the dance floor are actually two guys. That's how far we've progressed.
But this is a whole other type of an element here, Terry. These are two girls who have decided to look deep within themselves and realize that they are not heterosexual. That's if you're understanding the story they're trying to dish to you, Terry.
Yes.
That's what they're trying to convey here. That Lindsay Lohan has done a little self-inventory, self-discovery.
Who am I?
Maybe not that kind of moment. Maybe it's not as simple as that. Maybe it's a tiny bit of a process.
Right.
But when she found Samantha Ronson, she found her true identity.
Wow. I think
even though you presented that other possible scenario, I think the dad's tone of voice reflects I know my daughter is doing what she's doing right now, and I don't want to think about it. And I definitely don't want to see pictures of it.
Last week, they were holding hands and showing public affection at the Cannes Film Festival, where this photo was taken. When we caught up with Lindsay's father, Michael Lohan, in New York City, he didn't want to look at the photos.
I don't even want to see the picture.
Oh, jeez. Can she go back to just being a druggie?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was good old days, man. Just a druggie. Making movies like Herbie that you knew were going to suck, but still got a paycheck.
I thought things got pathetic with my daughter when she was in rehab and she was just a junkie.
Yeah.
Now this. I mean, that's like the tone of voice he has there. Unless, again, I'm reading too much into this.
You're too much into it.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe you're not reading enough into it, Terry.
No.
Have you considered that?
Let me do some self-inventory.
I don't even want to see the picture. Get that crap out of my face before I puke all over it. That's what that translates to.
I don't think so.
Well, then you're not reading between the lines.
Well, I think I am.
How do they track down Michael Lohan in New York City on the streets, by the way? It's so weird how they can find anybody.
Oh, they can always find this guy.
Does he have a day job? Like, how do they find him?
This is his day job, to be interviewed by the tabloids.
Act pissed all the time?
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah, that family's definitely not against this kind of... I mean, they're definitely against this kind of stuff.
All right, well, what does that mean to you?
I don't even want to see the picture.
That's why the mom and daughter have a reality show.
What does that mean to you? I don't even want to see the picture.
I don't even want to see the picture.
Us Magazine.
I told you. I just think that he's kind of tired of
Yeah, I'm sticking to my story.
Yes.
I don't want to see it.
You know
I
what?
hate you people.
That's
it's all wrong.
fine. Yeah.
He loves
enough,
it, though.
Enough.
He loves talking. That's how he has a purpose.
Well, but I think, too, that he's kind of gone to the point where there's just overkill. And I think he's reached that point.
Right. Well, before we went to the last break, Terry, I had you pondering on some other situation that you were supposed to come to me with a a fair punishment to fit the crime kind of situation. A man out there in Florida. Is it always Florida, Terry? Do all our stories come from Florida or what? A 50-year-old man, supposedly a happily married man. His wife goes on a business trip, a little girl trip.
It doesn't say. She was just out of town.
She was out of town, and her husband hires a naked house cleaner. So not only could he see some big old flapping jugs, but he could say to his wife, hey, I kept the place clean. Don't I get brownie points for that?
What if you hired a topless one and she had small ones? Can you get your money back?
You should be able to.
Sidebar, I'm sorry.
I think before you hire the topless housekeeper, the topless maid that comes to your joint for a day, I think she sends you some kind of idea of what you're buying there. Whether it's just a rough sketch or a full-on picture, I think you're not agreeing to any kind of one-day rate until you see what you're getting there.
Just checking.
You're not hiring blind.
All right. A-cup show up. Time to send her back?
Yeah, you're sending her back.
Okay.
You're not letting her come to the door. I mean, she's got to have some presentable boobs, or else you're not getting what you're paying for.
I do agree with you. That's why I'm asking.
Okay. So, yeah, now you can hire with no worries. Anyway.
Thank you. Rest easy now.
How big, on a scale of 1 to 5, let me start it this way. On a scale of 1 to 5, married man, 50 years old, obviously could use to see a fresh pair. Maybe it sparks up his interest in his wife again. Terry, you can make that case. He's a faithful man. There's no evidence that he's necessarily cheating on his wife. So let's say that he's not. Let's say, hypothetically, this man is a loyal man when it comes down to the technical aspects of cheating on your wife.
He's married 25 years. Let's
say roughly married 25 years.
Okay. Just checking.
All right?
Not newly married.
We don't know the details of this man's life, but we're trying to give you a hypothetical idea of what his life is going like.
Okay.
Married 25 years, has been faithful, probably because he hasn't had the opportunity to cheat, hires a housekeeper to come clean in the nude, and she's offering him maybe like happy ending kind of offers, but he's not comfortable with that because he's 50 and he's got a shriveled schlong, and he doesn't necessarily feel comfortable with her seeing it. So he's like, no, just clean the house.
So is he flaccid or not? Can he?
I don't know.
Whoa!
But he turned down. She made a suggestion that for a couple $100 more, she would do more for him, and he turned it down.
Did he take a check or no?
His check would bounce. He doesn't want to go through all that. He doesn't want to go to the teriyaki place and see his check on the on the wall there, even though you...
Time for a new teriyaki place.
Because the housekeeper works also as a teriyaki person. Anyway... Are you following along?
I am.
Out of
25 years, none.
Got it. On a scale, you got it. On a scale of 1 to 5, how much of a violation to his marriage is just having a naked housekeeper over to clean the house and nothing more? 5 being he absolutely, clearly cheated so badly on his wife that he should be ashamed.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, come on.
Really?
Please, would you stop? And 1 being it's not nearly...
No. Because seriously... Regardless of the situation, you just don't have some naked lady in your house. I don't care. You just don't.
It's all a 5 to you, is what it comes down to.
I just don't think it's
all
right.
Yep. You know, because it's all a 5 to you, if you think that...
What would your wife say? Would she think it's a violation?
She said, the house ain't clean enough.
Yeah, that would be my wife's biggest concern.
If she knew that if the circumstance...
Oh, this is the maid? How do we get a picture of the maid? If the maid, they can't find the maid.
They found him? Is that the update?
Well, they may not be able to find the maid's whereabouts at the moment, but apparently Pasty says he has a picture of the maid in question.
Wow.
And let me tell you.
Oh, yeah, dude.
If this is the maid, Pasty, this man got a freaking steal at $100. Because she looks good.
Wait, it was $100?
I was not expecting... And he got his house clean, too?
And by his house?
I was not expecting her to look nearly this good.
By his house, you mean his nethers?
Now where? The chimney and Glenn? Now where did you get this picture?
We have just put a story, the story basically, it looks like abcactionnews.com is where we got her name, but it says...
You sure this is the exact person we're talking about and not just an example of what a naked maid can look like?
I called to confirm to make sure it was actually her, and that is what I'm...
This is the woman that cleaned the house, is in the house, the Jack built. No.
That say that Kenna Dimitri...
Whatever, I don't... Well, that's going to mean a lot to me. Anyway, this is the woman who cleaned the house and then ripped off the $40,000 in jewelry from the jewelry box of the man's wife.
Correct.
Wow.
Printing out the story right now.
$5,000 to clean my house.
But again, regardless, okay, I just asked you a question.
You always need to see a second picture, too. I'm sorry, I lost track of what we were talking about.
I don't want to hear the question. Does it show a top at all?
It doesn't show her frontal, upper. It doesn't show breast, but I mean, it's a backside view here, and she's looking over her shoulder.
Yeah, you're in?
Oh, I'm totally in. This is exactly what I like. Well, clean my house, baby.
So there you go.
Don't forget the undercarriage.
Exactly. Don't forget the undercarriage.
But that's not the hypothetical I presented to you, Terry.
But it turns into that.
No, it doesn't turn into that. You're not listening. I gave you a clear-cut example of what I'm talking about here. A man, married 25 years, has this woman, not this woman. I had a whole different woman in mind. Clean his house. She comes with a little dust mop or rag or what do you call that feathery thing?
Feather duster.
She comes with her feather duster, and she gets all naked. She spends a half hour cleaning off the top shelf there, and then she puts on her clothes and leaves. Wife comes home, doesn't know anything better about what the man was up to, and thinks he just had a typical week at home.
Right.
How much of a violation of his marriage did he just partake in? Scale of 1 to 5. 5 being as clear a cut a violation, grounds for dismissal, kind of crap, and 1 being that's next to nothing.
25 years of marriage.
We have to go over it again?
Can I think out loud?
Go ahead.
I can't.
You already said 5, so whatever. Figures be asking you. What's the point?
I just don't think that, regardless of I don't think that the wife would appreciate it.
I didn't ask if the wife would appreciate it, Terry. That wasn't the question, but that's okay.
But
the wife probably wouldn't appreciate it.
Right, and for her, it would probably feel as a violation of the marriage.
Okay.
And on top of that, when she finds out that there's $40,000
I was just thinking
missing.
I'm sorry, I was just thinking there are different grades of violations.
Well,
and apparently you're not in the same kind of mindset as I am. That's all right. What else is going on? What else is happening in the world, please?
Well, I have a story here about, hold on 1 second. I misplaced it. Oh, Jesus. A porn film director for Vivid Ed Entertainment, Penny Flame. She has announced that she's going to be holding open casting calls for her new movie in
my ears
LA.
and in my eyes.
June 3rd.
Not my thighs.
Oh, yeah, not yet. Wait till the casting call.
I'm sorry, what's that now?
She's holding open casting calls.
Open casting calls.
Yeah, for her new film.
For her new movie that has an upcoming shoot date.
Yes.
And she's looking for unknown talents?
Yes. Unknown talents, guys, girls, whatever.
Really?
It's entitled Penny Flame's Expert Guide to Rough Sex.
Oh, what kind of casting call are we talking about here? What do you got to do? What do you got to show up with? A resume and do I have to prove myself worthy? What do I do?
You want to know quote-wise?
What are we talking? If they ask you to perform a sex act, do you say, I'm sorry, I'm not a casting couch kind of? You can't say that, obviously, when you're going for a porn star tryout, right?
You can't be outraged, no.
You can't get outraged by any suggestion they make to you.
Right.
I'm a thespian.
I think it's pretty much you gotta love sex and love it rough.
Wow. What if you love sex but you don't love it rough? You're out? Out. This is a rough sex film.
Yes. It is entitled Penny Flame's Expert Guide to Rough Sex. So, yes.
All right. Well, maybe
gotta like that rough sex.
Maybe in an expert guide to rough sex, they need examples of people that are into the rough sex type to be a true... I mean, this is obviously sounds like a documentary of some sort, Terry. This sounds like a...
Oh, like a before and after kind of thing? Like, this is how not to do rough sex? Got it.
I wouldn't want to eliminate any potential wannabe porn stars that aren't into rough sex. So I want everyone to feel like if they are an undiscovered sexual talent that they can go down to, where do they got to go to try out for this?
In L.A. on Tuesday, June 3rd and Wednesday, June 4th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Penny's office.
Oh, Penny's office. Well, I'm going to need those days off, Terry.
Are you in the rough or the non-rough?
Oh, are you kidding me? I was just talking about some people that may not be into the roughest. I'm a very versatile that kind of sex guy.
You're a real jack of all trades.
It depends on how I'm sizing up my partner. If I feel like she's doing owing of some rough sex kind of situations.
Why would she owe you?
Well, then if she's not even the type, she's going to have to deal with it anyway. I mean, maybe... I don't know. Maybe she's done something that she has to pay for. I don't know. Maybe there's something that needs to be taken care of. But generally, if it's discovered by me that I'm with someone that would appreciate more of the love-making, non-rough sex kind of situation, I'm able to adapt fully.
Wow. You're a sexual chameleon.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for noticing. Now, June 2nd and June 3rd, Terry, doesn't sound like it's that far away.
No, June 3rd and 4th.
Oh, June 3rd and 4th.
Yeah.
I got to change my schedule now.
Yes, you do.
What day of the week is that? What day?
Tuesday and Wednesday.
That's Tuesday and Wednesday of next week.
In L.A.
Mm-hmm.
You can make that happen.
10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Don't really look at me like I'm being serious here, all right?
No.
I have other things to do with my life. But there are a lot of people out there that aren't perhaps working right now that want to give this a shot.
I do have her email address.
Well, that's fine.
I didn't know if you wanted me to...
Throw it on your blog if you want, Terry. Do what you want with it.
I will.
Mm-hmm.
I will.
How many people does it say she's looking for? Just a couple of new actors and actresses?
Doesn't give...
She needs both men and women, you said?
Yes, she does.
And what's the pay? Does it say or no?
Does not.
Union scale?
That's right. All the slong you can handle.
And is she guaranteeing that if this person that she hires for the movie does a good job, that they have not only a foot in the door, but they're in the industry, or what?
Sure you are.
Sure.
And can you handle a foot in the door?
Oh, that sounds rough.
And again, is there anything that she can present to you at the casting call that you're like, oh, I think you're out of line here, and I'm going to take my briefcase and leave? Nothing, right? There's nothing that can happen at that kind of...
I don't think so. I think that if you are actually going to the casting call, you are open for anything and everything, and you're prepared for that.
You better be prepared to do anything on call.
Correct. Especially if it's rough.
Especially considering the title of the movie that they're sharing with everyone ahead of time.
Yes.
So she says, all right, here's a champagne bottle. I don't want to see it in 5 seconds. You got to be ready for that.
Open the window. I'm throwing it out.
That's not what we had in mind.
I didn't think so. Even if I'm a guy?
Even if you're a guy.
All right. Damn.
Champagne bottles.
Oh. Yeah, not good.
I thought I had to hit the dump button again.
Yeah, I did too.
You spent a long time in the first syllable of champagne there. But that's all right. Yeah, champagne bottle, anything of that kind, she brings in farm, not that farm animals are a part of this kind of...
that doesn't mean rough, really.
Yeah.
I mean, for the guy with the horse, it is.
So then there are things that are off limits. If she brings in cattle, then you could say, hey...
Well,
where's the point where you can go, hey, Penny, hey, you're out of line, Penny. This is not part of what should be a legitimate porn star, potential porn star casting call.
Well, I think that, when you bring the cow, the sheep, all that.
So that's my question.
But
at what point, where is the line drawn on what's out of line? What's out of line?
Well, because somebody's going to say, I thought this was all about rough sex. It doesn't have anything to do with bestiality.
Yeah, drawing the line, Penny, is with humans. Is that cool? Right. Can I just do humans?
Well... I'm also making an underground film that involves some heavy bestiality, and I'm going to make this a dual hiring situation. The person I hire for the one film, I'm also going to use for the other one. So if you have problems with mules, then you can leave right now.
I do, and I also have another reading for One Tree Hill in like an hour. Can you speed this up a bit? I'm double parked. Please. Trying to make it in this biz.
Oh, I think the cast from One Tree Hill would be perfect for this.
Oh, do you think? It'd be great.
And they can even borrow the title.
It still works.
Yeah. Wow. This is very exciting for some people out there. I think some people in our listening audience must make the journey. Call your travel agents now. You could be the next porn bigwig. I could be downloading you on the 5th. The casting call's the 3rd and the 4th? Hello?
Mm-hmm. All there. Would you like me to get you a flight?
No, I'm asking again. Casting calls on the 3rd and the 4th. That was my question. You're staring at the
said
stage.
yes.
Okay.
I've said it a few times.
So then on the 5th, I could be downloading the person who may be listening right now that is not a star today, but could be a star by this point next week.
Doesn't give an actual launch date of the movie, just gives the title, the casting dates.
Well, they shoot these things and turn them around real quick, Terry. Yes.
Not a lot of editing, I don't think, right?
I'm sure there's not.
A lot of special effects I have to add.
No,
big audio track.
Computer graphics needed to be thrown in there, yes. It's shoot the thing, turn it around. It's up on the internet in 2 days. Done.
The T-Man Show.
Is that Ladies Morning on Terry Cam and you didn't tell me about it, Terry, or what?
It is, finally.
No, like technically, physically, truthfully, Ladies Morning, or is it an official Ladies Morning and you're not putting men on? Or
No, there are 2 guys on because...
It looks like it's like a Ladies Morning situation, and you forgot to tell us that it was a theme morning kind of thing.
It didn't officially become a theme morning, but it...
So attractive? Yeah.
Well, sorry.
That's right.
But it kind of has turned out to be one, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I assumed.
There was no official announcement.
I thought you would tell us if you made it an official Ladies Morning, because there's some pretty hot-looking ladies up on Terry Cam. I gotta admit, Terry Free this morning, and I didn't realize until she's decided to make cleavage a part of her of her little post-up, little view situation on Terry Cam that Miss Kitty had what looks to be, unless it's just a weird angle she's got her webcam at this morning, it looks to be a situation where there's an Asian girl up on there that has some natural big boobies, Terry.
Looks like it.
A, does she want to admit that she got implants? Because it doesn't look to me, even looking through a webcam, I can decipher those that have fake ones to real ones. And even though I'm up against it trying to use that kind of technology to use that kind of skill, Terry, I'm going to say that she's got a natural set of breasts. Is she confirming that at this time on Terry Cam? Can you ask her that question for me? Is she hearing what I'm saying?
She's hearing everything, and I'm just waiting for, because now everybody's camming
can't
me.
be natural.
They're real.
Is that what you think?
Really? Real.
Wow.
They look real to me. Even through a webcam, I can figure it out.
They are.
Wow. Are they as big as they look? Or is it just a little trick angle she's got it all, like maybe she spent, who knows, hours on end in her home trying to find the perfect spot to put her webcam to make her boobies look just right. Is that the situation? Or is she going to say in all truthfulness that she has? And keep in mind, we got to take into consideration this is an Asian woman. She has big breasts.
She's a 34B.
That's it?
It's the shirt and trick angle.
Yeah. So she's admitting that. She couldn't even lie about it. I would have rather her lie, even though I was trying to challenge her to be truthful. What a disappointment. A what? A 34B?
Yes.
And you're telling me what? She's all up in...
She loves Pasty Dave, by the way.
Is that right?
Really? She does. She
like he can make it happen kind of she loves Pasty Dave, or she finds him all cute and cuddly kind of Pasty Dave?
I think really
you don't want to get caught in cute and cuddlyville.
I think you're a little confused.
No,
There's a big difference between a girl who's all like, oh, Pasty, I adore him kind of crap. A lot of girls adored me in high school. Oh, make me laugh kind of stuff. But when I actually started trying to mess with him, when I dove on top of them, Terry, they would push me off.
I think diving on top doesn't work.
I remember being at parties thinking girls who... I learned early that girls... There's a big difference between girls who adore you kind of and girls who want you. All right? Because they made it all like, oh, you're so funny and blah, blah, make me laugh. What, are you that depressed? You need me to be... You want me to start juggling next? What do you need me to do? And then I'd be at parties thinking, oh, I'm all in with these girls because they're always, looking to be near sometimes or be around me. And I put my arm around them like, oh, I don't like you like that. No, you're too skinny.
Come on.
Seriously.
You're too skinny? Skinny, that cruel to say that.
Well, skinny combined with... Well, they didn't come out... I think skinny was the nicest way they could put it. They didn't want to say that I was just not, good looking or whatever. Yeah. But, yeah, that's what I got. As soon as I would throw... And I was very, waste no time kind of, let's get down to it kind of stuff.
So do you think in retrospect, if you would have went a little slower, you may have had a better shot?
No. I just got to the moment quicker, but it wasn't like if I plotted it out a little bit more craftily that I could have got all up in it. No.
So it wasn't your overzealous nature?
No.
Okay, I'm just wondering.
No, I'm just the kind of guy to cut to the chase.
There you go. Commendable.
And just heard time and time again when I would start messing physically with girls, be like, oh, no. Now those same girls are emailing and listening to the show, streaming, acting like they always wanted me.
Oh, jeez.
You know? I always thought, you always were special to me. And,
yeah.
We should get together. I don't think so.
Oh, you should show them you're grown now.
15 years later, whatever the case may be.
Make it happen. Give it to him like you should have back then. Mm-hmm. It might relieve a lot of inner fury.
So I got this inner fury you're worried about?
I'm not worried. I'm just saying it may relieve it.
I can understand you being worried.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem like you're quite over it.
I'm not over it.
Doesn't sound like it.
Yeah.
A lot like the prom.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So back to Miss Kitty.
Yes.
See?
Is it if I'm pasty, I feel confident that if I threw it out there at her, she's totally taking it down kind of thing? Or am I setting myself up for rejection?
Well, I think that he could ask her out.
Let me ask Pasty what he thinks.
He loves being asked.
What the status is. Terry's saying she's picking up on some hefty serious vibe that Miss Kitty's throwing your way. Are you feeling like...
His leg is cooking right now, if you can see it. Holy Toledo, it's going up and down 100 miles an hour.
Nervous guy. He is tapping that toe, moving that leg like a madman. Pasty.
Yes, sir.
You are kind of a madman. Now, do you think you can have at it or what?
Oh, I don't think so, no. No, I think she's just being nice. Being nice.
Terry doesn't seem to interpret it that way. She says it's yours for the taking.
But Dave's got kind of, humble self-esteem where he's not going to come on and say, oh, yeah, she wants me.
Yeah, but I'm trying to, I don't listen to the words that come out of people's mouths. I look deep within the person. Looking inside of the man. Oh, just, I feel like the same feeling is inside as is coming out. I'm not saying,
so he's being
I'm not feeling like he's just saying that as part of a strategy.
Okay.
A little out of my league, I think.
Don't even think that. My gosh, you're Pasty David Arthur III. She's out of your league? Or you're out of her league? What are you talking about?
No, I was thinking she's
out of your league? Why would you think that? How could you ever think that? There's nobody out of my league.
Oh, no.
Out of your league.
I'm not in your league.
Well, you're not out of my league. You're thinking that she's out of your league? Why? She's posted up on Terry Cam. She's out of your league? She's with another girl this morning, too. They look really hot together, Terry. I saw them during the break like she was eating a fruit. Not the gay phone operators with him. I'm talking about like a real, she was like taking out an orange or something. It really looked kind of all oral fixated kind of situations going on there.
They're on together now.
They're not together now?
No, they are now.
They are together now? Are they kissing?
There we go.
Well, let's ask, should we get right to the moment here and ask Miss Kitty point blank if Pasty threw it out there? Is she open for that kind of, is that the kind of...
Are you...
No, don't ask her yet. I'm just wondering if we should ask her at this point.
She can hear you.
So, yeah, we already did.
I don't want her to answer yet. I don't want to know the answer yet. I want to speculate more.
But what are you asking her? Would she go on a date? Or?
No.
Like one date?
Pasty's not dating. Pasty needs sex. No one is safe in this world until Pasty Dave has sex. Pasty Dave the Virgin is a 31-year-old man. He has never had sex. He needs to have sex, and as I said, no one on this planet is safe.
He's an active, smoldering volcano that's going to blow at any minute.
That is true. You see the leg tapping?
Oh, yeah.
You see the leg moving like it's a machine?
Oh, it's crazy.
That's the kind of hostility, energy he's got inside churning away because he's a 31-year-old virgin.
Seismic activity when his leg goes.
He's not interested in dating. All right?
Yes,
or he shouldn't be. So, the question is she, like all, filled with admiration to the point where he could drive up there and within 10 minutes, they're after it? Yes or no? Is that the kind of situation that she's ready for?
Well,
is she that interested in Pasty Dave? Because that's the only kind of interest he should be interested in himself, Terry. That he should be tapping into, Terry.
I understand that, but I think why she's kind of attracted to Pasty, the feel that I get, the reason why she's attracted to him is because he's not so, let me just drive up there and slam you against the wall and take you down.
So she likes the fact that he's a little harmless.
Yes.
Gentleman.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
And I think that's kind of attractive.
Really? So foreign to you. You don't even know what Terry's saying right now. She could be speaking Swahili for all you know.
Well, that's the only kind of listeners that remotely interest me, Terry.
I understand that's you, but that's not him.
The kind that are telling you, drive over, and within 5 minutes, we'll be just stark naked.
Done.
And I will be like... just your female contortionist or whatever.
I understand that.
You know?
Yes.
And I would think Pasty needs just the same kind of situation at this point in his life. Now, without further ado, can you ask her the question, is that something that she is open to? Just ask her if she's about it, Terry.
She says, I'd like to be the aggressive one.
She likes to be the aggressive one?
Yes.
So that's why she likes Pasty Dave. All right, that doesn't eliminate the possibilities of her being interested in him as far as just strictly a sexual situation.
Pasty's never held the brake sign up any higher or with any more fervor than he is now.
Could he have at it if he chose to flip the switch, Terry?
Hold on, I'm waiting for her to reply.
Well,
she's typing right now.
I hope it doesn't, like, turn her off, you know, if he...
She's smiling, she's giggling, her and her friend.
Is she about it, yes or no?
Are you about it?
Simple question. Are you about it?
She says, flip it.
Flip what? Flip the switch?
Oh,
because I was talking about a switch, Terry.
Maybe, I guess so.
Wow, she is about it. She's not just
she has
talking
really
crap.
nice teeth.
She's just talking...
Is that what you're noticing?
She has cute teeth. Yeah, she has a nice smile.
Are you saying nice teeth?
No, I'm just saying she has really straight, nice teeth.
Mm-hmm.
She's got a pretty smile.
So is he going to make it happen or not?
All right, let me take a break. I'm up against a hard break here.
No. But he's not saved by the break, right? I mean...
No. Because she's
a cute girl.
She's saying bring it on. Pasty, she's saying bring it on.
She said flip it.
She's telling him to make the journey up to wherever she's at or what?
Hey, I'm here. Can you bust me in? Well, let me put this out. Hang on. All right, I'm coming up.
She ready to buzz him in, Terry, today, yes or no? That's the question. When we get back, you let us know if she's ready to buzz him in today. Yes or no?
Yeah, buzz me in, big boy.